What's up, loungers? I hope everybody is doing as great as I am. I had an awesome weekend, guys. Okay. I actually got back sometime around early this morning. So probably, well, kind of like late last night, early this morning. But I'm really excited to be going live and talking about this. Obviously, over in the sector, it has been a crazy, crazy weekend. I did catch up on a lot of stuff. I caught up on what happened on Positively Hate, so we're going to get into that just a little bit. Also, where I caught up on DJ Drama's channel, so shout out to him. That was a great show, and actually, that show inspired today's show, okay, because Breaking the Culture after that show went live in the middle of the night, okay, and shout out to the lounger who was actually, there was two loungers that sent me, well, one directed me to it, and the other one sent me an actual clip of it, okay? Well, they only got about 30 minutes of her video, which was about a 47, 48-minute long video. So they missed about 10 or 15 minutes or so of the video. But either way, they got about 30 minutes of her video, okay? And they sent that to me. So, and what I listened to, I had to stop and say, you know what? I'm going to react live to this video, okay? Because this shit is hilarious, the stuff that she said. It's funny because when I went over to go see if the video was still up, she actually removed that video, okay? So we're actually going to go over it today, and we're going to, go ahead and react to this and listen to this, because from what I heard, the only thing I had questions about is, girl, where is your kids? Like, while you're talking about protecting Black men, I mean, your kids are Black men, right? So, we're definitely going to get into all of that. Also, this chick is looking for me, allegedly, to be facing 5 to 10, okay, over showing an MPI number. So we're going to get into that as well. And also, we're going to talk briefly about anti-Afro and what we'll be doing with that situation going forward, okay, because there's a lot coming out with that. But there's also a lot of things we need to discuss and just make sure that we have things right. Okay, so y'all, let's get right into these hot topics. I miss y'all. I had a great time, but we are going to get right into this. Well, I appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. Whistleblower, you says howdy. What's up, Redbone? I appreciate you. One of my favorite loungers, also a member as well as a moderator up in here. Truly appreciate you being in the building, child. We got a lot to get into. You said that was the most pathetic live, child. So I'm sure you heard it. There was probably about, from what I heard, there was like 15 people in the sector or somewhere that actually heard this video before she took it down. Okay, so we are going to go over that in full. We're going to talk about this shit completely because this shit was crazy. Okay, you said you're going to jail, child. That's what I heard. I heard I'm doing 5 to 10. Okay, 5 to 10 over this situation. So this is crazy. What's up, Make a Change? I appreciate you being in the building. What's up, Living Life? I appreciate you being in the building as well. Living Life, I appreciate you being one of my favorite mods. Make sure that you check all the haters if you need to. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what, I include as hate or what I don't. Okay. And we'll just go here. Okay. Yes, honey. 5 to 10. Okay. This is what we're doing. Thank you, Miss Murphy. I appreciate that. You said you liked the intro. I definitely appreciate that. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into some of this stuff. Okay. Because there is a lot to unpack in this video. The first thing I want to do is talk about Positively Hate Show. Okay. Now I know I'm kind of working a little bit backwards with this, but trust me, we're going to get to all this shit. Okay. Shout out to Positively Hate. He's one of my favorites. One of my favorite content creators, has always been one of my favorite content creators since he came on the scene. Everybody knows him as Slander God, and that's one of my boys. Okay. Well. There was a lot of bombs that were dropped on the show, okay, in regards to Starbird, all right? And, it's a lot of things that, and like I said, there's a lot of people that be around here projecting what goes on in their own life on other people. You know what I'm saying? And they be the loudest people. Like, it be the people that, oh my God, you're a hoe, you're this, you're a hoe, you're a hoe. And they be like the biggest hoes, right? Like, it just be crazy how their tea just spills out on the streets the way that it does. And it spills out ever so elegantly the way that it does, right? Because in their minds, they think they can yell and scream over top of people. And the higher they yell and the more of a higher pitch they use and the more that they fire off and just dart off a whole bunch of words over and over and over again, like they're a broken record, that is somehow going to drown out the truth, right? But shout out to the Smoke God for being so ever so patient, right? And just letting this bitch keep doing that. And then finally just start asking her questions that she refused to answer, okay? She did not want to answer these questions because in answering these questions, these would literally implicate her in certain things that she has lied about, certain things that she has spun narratives on, and she wants to rather just keep spinning the narrative. Okay. Yeah, you guys just believe her. Just let me spin whatever narratives I want. I'm not going to answer these questions, but it was so glaring to the audience now that is what's happening. Okay. So that's unfortunate for her. I don't know what to tell her, but honey, get your hoe on, do what you do. If you fucking niggas all over the place and all over the internet, that's your business. You can choose to do that. Right. I mean, but don't be out here talking about nobody else. This pussy, okay? Don't be out here talking about what they doing with they cootie and they throat and all this other stuff while it's verifiable that you're sleeping with multiple people, not only in the sector, but in other sectors and in other spaces, okay? That's your fault, honey. Not mine. That's yours, okay? Because you could have easily debunked all of that, and you didn't. And it's funny that Smoke said what he said, all right? About the swinger thing, right? Shout out to all the swingers of the USA. I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with doing a little swinging if that's what you want to do. But how dare you be a swinger and then be sitting here shaming motherfuckers for being in the swinging industry and doing what the fuck they do? Like, girl, are you kidding me? Like, you didn't even argue with that. You didn't even debunk that shit. You was just like, you just breezed right over top of that. And then had the nerve to even admit, which is something I didn't know. Maybe y'all knew that she was out here actually sleeping with Ankh. Shout out to Ankh. I ain't got no beef with Ankh, okay? Ankh cool, right? Every so often he comes around. I ain't got no problem with Ankh. Whatever you do is what you do, sir, okay? But it ain't you that's out here complaining about people's shit. It's Stargate that's going live everywhere in every panel, talking about people being swingers, talking about people sleeping with people, talking about people sucking dicks, talking about all this shit. But yet you be out here roguely just doing that shit with any old body. You taking showers on video for motherfuckers, motherfuckers taking showers for you. Like, ain't no problem with any of that. Ain't no problem with any of that. But you got a problem with the cooking and the cleaning swinger. Get the fuck up out of here, home girl. The fuck up out of here. Listen, you're going to be banished from the lounge, okay? Until you can come to terms, ma'am, with the fact that you like the industry. This is what you do, okay? You be camming and be camming for free and be taking showers and shit. Like, it's like, girl, I could teach you about camming, okay? If you really want to know, I can teach you about it, and you can actually make some money, and you ain't got to take a motherfucking thing off, dummy, okay? I'm just letting you know. But you want to be out here freely taking showers for niggas and bringing them around and getting fucked and all this and sucking dicks and all this other stuff, and they, oh, hey, that's on you, okay? I'm just saying. But please don't come for me or anybody else who is in the industry if that is not, if that is what you do. Like, are you kidding me right now? You're the lowest of the low when it comes to that. Like, really. Breaking the Culture should have introduced you to that motherfucking nigga that she was talking about, because you the lowest of the low. You would be the type that would have went exactly with something like that. Okay? And I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all very well may have this kind of stuff set up at this point. But honey, Smoke definitely put you on Front Street with that, and you did not deny it. That's the crazy part about it. And you even went as far as even admitting and saying, I've already told the Secktah, yeah, I was taking showers on camera for Unc. So if that's the case, why you got a problem with any cam girls, huh? Why you got a problem? Like, what's the issue? What is really the issue? Okay, because I ain't never did that. I'm just saying, never had to. Okay, but yet I can make very good money on cam. I ain't got to do none of that though. I ain't got to do none of that. Honey, you need to learn. You really need to get your shit together, okay? And stop coming for the cooking and the cleaning swinger, okay? And you need to get on these motherfuckers' level right here. You can at least get on the level of Breaking the Culture, where she working at a goddamn dungeon, okay? You could at least be doing that, right? At least, shit's on camera, right? According to her dungeon, right? Shit. Niggas will put their little panties in your mouth, and and they'll put their little pads in your mouth and all that stuff, because that's the stuff you like, apparently, allegedly, because you will go to the lowest of the low on cam and do the stuff that you do, okay? So again, before you come with any of these women, and for any of these women, and for anybody else, you need to check the shit that you've said in the past, check the people that you've talked to in the past, right? Check the situations that you've talked about in the past, and perhaps address those things before you just roguely start coming for everybody else as if you've forgotten what you've said or what you've been involved with, most recently been involved with 2 weeks ago, allegedly. Now, we're going to go ahead and read some of the comments here. I appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. You said, well, damn. You said, shout out to the Cooking and Cleaning Swinger, my favorite troll account. Mine's too, okay? Shout out to them. You said, but she always want someone to answer her question. Exactly. She has no problem questioning people and wanting people to answer questions right then and there, right? She'll stop you, keep talking over you, just so you can answer this question. And then when you answer the question, she'll ask you again and keep asking and asking and asking. But when you ask her a question, right, and pin her down to some truth and some honesty, that bitch crumbles. She don't know what the fuck to do. She ain't know what to do with Smoke. And that's why she wanted everybody to hate Smoke. That's why she had all this fear of anybody having any conversations with Smoke. That's why she had all this fear of putting Smoke on Front Street and trying to make Smoke look like this and look like that, because she knew Smoke knew way too much shit about her. Smoke happened, from what I'm seeing, Smoke happened to have been very, very kind to her over the past 2 years, okay? Where he has not revealed this very, very tender information. Also, his wife also has not done so. Yet she is clearly aware of all of this. And yet you're trying to still spin this narrative that Smoke was trying to cheat on his wife, that he was trying to do this, he was trying to do that, when in actuality, nah, that's not the case. Everybody was fully aware of what was going on, Star. What else have you lied about is what I wonder, right? I know that you've lied on me. I know you've lied on other women. But what else are you lying about? Is just what I just wondered. You said she don't want an answer, Redbone. She wants to talk over everyone. And the reason why is because as long as she thinks she's talking over you, the truth isn't coming out. But all her fucking tea came out last night. All them skeletons came falling out the goddamn closets, honey. It was all these skeletons just falling out the closet all over the goddamn place. Shout out to Positively Hate, because that was a hell of a fine show. That was a hell of a fucking show. Hell of a fucking show. You said whistleblower facts. You said smoke. You said Smoke was throwing bombs. I mean, all fucking bomb. It was bombs over Baghdad in that bitch, man. It didn't make no sense. All the information that came out about this girl at one time, she didn't even know what to do. She couldn't even handle it. That's how crazy it was. All she could do was just keep repeating the same stupid things over and over, kind of like what Breaking the Culture was doing on RNT. But we're going to get into that in just a second. But yeah, she literally was just repeating over and over again the same thing. Like she thought that was going to just make everybody go, oh, wow. While the whole time, the whole thing was like everything that he was saying. Everything that he said, like I had to keep rewinding it just to make sure that's what he really said. Like, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. You said, I'm waiting for the one lawyer to call me about the process server to the bar complaint. What's up, Steph? I appreciate you being in the building. One of my favorite mods, one of my favorite loungers in the building. And child, we all waiting on that. We ain't got none of that yet. You said, Vici, we're all going to jail, the real jail, right? We going to jail. We ain't going to jail, honey. We going to jail, okay? Jail, honey. That's what we doing. We going to jail. Yes, honey. She has the biggest fucking bird brain. No, I don't know which one of these bitches have the biggest bird brain. Is it Stargate or is it Breaking the Culture? I'm not really sure. I probably should have made that a poll. Let's go ahead and make that a poll as well, guys. So let me play y'all a little bit of a timer. That way we can make that a poll real quick. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into this. As y'all can see, there is another poll in the chat where it is regarding Carrie Ann, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys what it means. So is it worse that Carrie Ann talked about, you know, her fear of Black men and her fear of the Black community and worked those things out with members of this, with people in this, in this sector? Has talked this over extensively on multiple panels with multiple men and women in this sector about 2 or 3 years ago. Is that worse? Or is it worse that Breaking the Culture is currently abandoning 2 of her children? Okay. Y'all make sure y'all vote on that poll. And then I'm also going to put another poll in the chat to see which one of these birds are worse. Is it Breaking the Culture a bigger bird or is Stargate a bigger bird? I'm not really sure which one it is. Well, we're going to go ahead and play a timer while I put that up, guys. All right, guys. So it looks like I can only have one poll going at a time on my channel. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys continue to vote. We have 64 votes in there, and it's like it's almost neck and neck. It's not quite neck and neck though. Actually, Breaking the Culture is actually winning right now. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Everybody vote, 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 so that we know exactly what everybody thinks in regards to this. Is Carrie Ann's situation worse, or is Breaking the Culture situation worse, where Breaking the Culture is currently abandoning 2 of her children, which we have already verified, okay, and which she has verified they do exist, okay? We've done that on video. Also, or is it Carrie Ann's situation? Honestly, I'll be honest with you. Well, I'll tell you guys what I think later, but either way, we'll get into that in just a moment. Let me go ahead and get you guys comments real quick, and then we are going to get into the rest of the show. You said repeat it 2 times to make it more real, right? You said Stephanie Collins, 5 to 20 years each. Okay, that's what we get. You said Breaking, where is your kids? Where is them kids? Hashtag Aiden, hashtag Michael. Okay, this is what we're talking about, especially Michael, because that is the one that she particularly talks about. The grandmother is the one that verified that there is an older child named Aiden, okay? But Breaking the Culture confirmed Michael exists, Michael Jr., as a matter of fact, and now his name has changed because he is with his real father now. She left him with the man who had a blood test, and turned out that's not his child. So we've already confirmed that on video. I will put a link to the video in the description box, because Breaking the Culture most definitely on video talked about her son. Okay. And I'll put the timestamp for where she talked about it. You said, yo, after Star tried creating a fight out of nothing with LV, there's no competition for the bird brain poll. Okay. I really am leaning more towards one on the other on that one as well. But we'll put that poll up in just a little bit, because we're going to finish this poll here. You said, I need to go and listen to Slander Guy's show from last night. Anybody got the timestamp? No, I will put a link to it in my description box, and I will put a timestamp on there. But you can go ahead and get to the part where Smoke gets on the panel, and it went downhill from there for Stargate. Trust me. You said, Vici, right, it's a tie. Mm-hmm. You said Star is on sanctions permanently until she apologizes to LV and the sector as a whole for that stupid shit last night. Yeah, let's address that real quick, too, before we get into this other stuff going on. That I wanted to talk about. So Stargate was talking about this whole thing with LV. And like I said, it did seem like she was just trying to pick a fight with him. You know what I mean? Like she was trying to find something to argue with him about, right? And trying to find something to fall out with him about. And then she has this thing about, which I really couldn't understand, right? Because it's almost like she just literally lives online. Okay. She kept arguing. And the sad part is she really believed like these arguments, like the things she was arguing about, she's really like invested in. Right. So she was saying stuff like, oh, these women, you were having them on the panel, and they, you were trying to have them, possibly win this competition against me to take me out, and, to kind of get me out of the way. And, did you do that on purpose? And, did it mean, that you think these women are better, and, but they never really did anything to get this position? And I'm like, does she really think that this godmother title is real? And then I thought about it and said, I think she does think. I think she does think that this godmother title is a real thing, right? Because like Stargate, you also haven't done anything to gain that title other than literally, just entertain trolls and talk shit to a bunch of trolls and yell and scream and jump up and down and prove that you can scream louder than anybody in the sector. That's all you've done. And that's all that title entails. Like, it's not a big deal, right? Literally nobody else in the sector gives a fuck about that title. I know when Tiff P first got it, and You know, it was a great big accolade. Everybody was calling her the godmother. I still do it just, you know, out of love, you know, but it's not a big deal, right? It's not like she takes it to heart and takes it to her head. You know what I mean? It's not that serious, right? You're actually serious about this. Like, you're concerned that there's people here that were trying to, quote unquote, take your place and, you know, remove you from the throne, and like it's really a thing. You need a life, okay? Like, you seriously need something to do. You have way too much time on your hands, and you are spending way too much time online, because clearly this has become an entire world, an entire fantasy world, that you think all of this stuff is real. This is why anti-Afro latches on to people like you, right? Because she can keep you guys enclosed in this world with her. She's in this same world, right? This whole idea of this whole great big, you know, situation going on that only happens in this space, and you can constantly come back to this space, feeding into this fantasy that's not really real. Okay, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. The only way you're going to really get away and know that is if you walk away from your computer, right? And you go do something outside of happy endings, allegedly, outside of, you know, rubbing ass and titties, allegedly, outside of rubbing backs and all, whatever you're rubbing, right? Feet and toes and all, whatever you're rubbing down, outside of all of that, you need a social life. You need to go hang out with some friends, hang out with some family members, go hang out with some people, go enjoy life, because this is not real, Stargate, okay? This whole title, this throne, that fake crown you made and all this for this throne and this title, it's not real. These people don't give a fuck about you, okay? Is it clear yet that these people don't give a fuck, okay? I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what, you know, you're going to get. I don't know what it's going to, you know, get for you to understand. But honey, this is sad, because yeah, you clearly believe that this is real. Like, that is what's crazy about it. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully she will get her mind right. Hopefully you will get out of the house a lot more, go on some dates outside of people in the sector, outside of people online, right? Actually go out and meet some people, get your tootie together, go clean that thing up, you know what I mean? Go to the clinic, allegedly, you know what I mean? Whatever you got to do, and then go and hang out, you know, and do your thing, okay? Because you really need something to do. This is not cool. This is not okay. It just is not, okay? So anyway, shout out to you, Vici, because I appreciate you bringing that up, because yeah, I would have been mad if I missed that. Yeah, definitely. I did see that, and I thought that shit was absolutely nuts. You said whistleblower, I'm getting disbarred, right? Like, we're going to jail, right? You said Vici, so you're saying Star needs to say sorry. Yeah, she gotta say sorry. You know, we gotta double up the words around here, okay? Because y'all in the Black Lounge, okay? Y'all not in the Black Lounge, y'all in the Black Lounge, okay? And I'm Miss T Pre, okay? The pre out this bitch, okay? That's what it is. Hey, Eyes, I appreciate you being in the building. You said Vici, where this last night with LV. This was on Slander God Positively Hates channel. So I'll put a link to it in the description box. So for those that don't know how to get there, y'all will know how to get there today. Okay. And make sure y'all go over and subscribe to the channel as well. You said she needs to beg for our forgiveness, whistleblower. I'm disgusted with her behavior last night. We've been disgusted with her fucking behavior, but I think there's more and more people becoming more and more disgusted with Stargate's behavior. Like, it's just crazy. But it's amazing how all three of these bitches are on the same goddamn team, ain't it? You said the beautiful Bernice, what's happening? You said hello, T Pre and chat room. I appreciate you being in the building, sis. You said Vici, you said Eyes on Slander show last night, maybe like halfway through the show. I think it was something like that. But I will put the video in the description box so you guys can get over there. You said, okay, thanks, Vici. You said, okay, thanks. Hey, Clark, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, Miss T. Cree, hello, chat. You said, did she ever apologize to TMK? Absolutely not. So we're not expecting her to apologize to LV. we're not expecting her to apologize to anybody at this point. She needs to probably apologize to her kids, right? Because I'm sure they be going through it, trying to peel her away from the computer and get her to understand that real life is happening, right? Like things are actually going on while she's concerned about what's going on online. It don't make no goddamn sense. You said, didn't Dee Darrell give her the godmother title? Yep. That was a long, long time ago when the Secktah was actually moving in that direction. And it wasn't that serious. Okay. She's the only one that has really taken that to head. Like literally. What's up, crabs in a barrel? You said crab godmother lives in her own head. Child. Don't make no sense. And you said, hey, that's not what we're doing. You said, hey, Miss T. Pre and Loungers, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, thank you. I got secondhand embarrassment from that shit. Child, it was crazy. It didn't make no goddamn sense. I kept dumping my head too, like, girl, this is ridiculous, right? I almost wanted to fast forward it, but it was kind of good to kind of see the train wreck a little bit. So I did kind of watch that shit. You said, hey, Pixie, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, can one of the mods put slander channel in the chat? Yes, that would be nice if y'all can put positively hate in the chat. I think Living Life did that. Okay, thank you, Living Life. You said, throw crab godmother in a pot of seasoned hot crab broth. Child, that shit might stink. We don't want that shit from her. No. You said, Knowledge TV, peace on these YouTube streets. Yeah, what's up? You said Slander God channel. Okay. Thank you, Living Life. I appreciate that. You said Eyes and Knowledge TV. If you go to around 55 minutes, that's a little before she calls LV up on the panel. Okay. And then you guys can watch from there and kind of see how stupid she sounded, how she was filibustering over that shit. And then from there, Smoke gets on the panel and ciao. Child, he went in on that ass, honey. He went in on that ass. It didn't make no sense. You said, all this time, I've been searching the wrong name. SMH. Yeah, people think it's slander God. No, it's positively hate. You said, what has Queen Crab Godmother done now? Child, just a mess. Disgusted, right? She still thinks TMK is in her computer, right? He's spying, right? That's what he's doing, spying. That's what he's doing. Shout out to Dr. Bombay, because we know goddamn well he ain't interested in that bitch. Not only that, he's a married man, a happily married man, and has been married for many, many years, okay? Many, many moons, okay? You said, no, still in the putter, child. You said, good afternoon, the beautiful Bernice, Clark, Eyes, and Pixie Long Job. All right, child, listen, we're going to get into the reason why we're going to be doing 5 to 10, okay? Let's go ahead and get into that because, child, we about to do 5 to 10, okay? And, I'm a little concerned because I ain't never been to jail, okay? So we about to do 5 to 10 and allegedly and according to this hoe on the screen, right? So what I want to do is I actually want to go over if it is illegal to look up an MPI number for a provider, okay? Because, there seems to be some question. It's not much question. It's more or less the slow people in the back, right? Of whether or not this is, actually public information or whether this is something you can go to jail for or whether you can go to jail for. Like, is it jail or is it jail or like which one are we doing? So we try to figure it out, okay? Because T-Pre, I'm gonna say this, T-Pre, okay, ain't got time to be going to jail, okay? I ain't got time for jail or jail or jail or any of that motherfucking shit. So before I go to jail, okay, we definitely want to look over this information, okay? Which I already knew anyway. Otherwise, I would not have done it, okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at this information. Is it illegal to look up an NPI number for a provider, whether it's your provider or not, okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at some of these questions here. Are NPI numbers protected? Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that. This also means, like a social security number, an NPI is vulnerable to identity theft. This is primarily because NPIs are not confidential. Hold on. Let's go ahead and highlight the whole thing so everybody can see this. Okay? Everybody ready? This also means that, like a social security number, an NPI is vulnerable to identity theft. This is primarily because NPIs are not confidential. Your NPI is publicly available on the National Plan and Provider Enumeration System. Okay? For the slow people in the back, you can look up any professional provider's NPI number publicly. It is public information. It is not private. It is not confidential. Can it be attempted to be used with identity theft? Yes, just like anything else. Okay, but that does not mean that it is not public information. Let me explain. My license as a mortgage loan officer, right? That license number I showed you guys. Yes, that license number can be attempted to be used with identity theft. Absolutely, it can. But they would need a whole lot more shit, okay, in order to actually use that loan license number. It does not mean that you can't look that loan license number up and you cannot share that loan license number with others, because most definitely you can, okay? It is because, say for instance, I decided I wanted to give you a loan, right? And my loan license number pops up. If your dumbass decides not to look into that license number and see whether that license number is active, whether that license number has flags on it, or whether that license number even exists, that is on you, because it is public information to look up my mortgage loan license number. It is there for anybody to do. You're not going to jail. You're not going to jail. You're not going to jail for looking up or sharing my loan license number. You're absolutely not going to go through that. Okay? You can look it up and see if it's active. Look it up and see if I'm working with it. Look it up and see if what entity I'm working with that license number, all of that stuff. Okay? It is not that difficult, and I don't have no reason to hide it. I would most definitely want anybody to look that information up, find that information, and confirm my professional certifications with that. Okay? That way, you guys understand that I'm legitimate. Okay? So an NPI number is absolutely public information. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to jail, and nobody's going to jail for looking up an NPI number. Any provider has that. Now, there's a couple of different types of NPI numbers. We're going to look into that right now. So bear with me just a moment while I share that. And then we're going to get into anti-Afro. All right, so hold on one second. Let me stop sharing real quick. I'm going to look up that information. And make sure you guys are hitting that poll, and also hit the like button, guys, on your way in. So bear with me one moment while I look this up, because I don't want you guys to see what has else been going on, because there's a lot going on, and I'm going to tell you guys about it in just a second. But hold on one second. So we already looked up if it's illegal to actually look up an NPI number and to share that NPI number, right? I've also explained how, any type of professional license numbers that are public information, the reason why it's shared publicly, and the fact that, yes, you can definitely look that up to legitimize somebody's professional credentials, okay? So also, there are two different types of NPI numbers. So I wanted to go over that. Moment. All right. So let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. Bear with me just a moment. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Stephanie, I appreciate the super chat for $10. You said, What is confidential and protected? Someone's military discharge categorization. And that is 100% a fact. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look that up too, guys. I want you guys to see that because I actually looked into that the other day too to see if that is public information, and it's not. And this says, oh, and wait, didn't somebody post transcript social security number? Yes. Now that is not public information. So shout out to you, Stephanie Collins, for that $5 super chat. Yes, absolutely. That is not public information to post somebody's social security number. However, an MPI number is, a provider. It can be, used to try to, prevent, to cause identity theft, but literally there would be so many other demographics you would need. Okay. And clearly her shit is so kind of blurry out here. But we'll get to that in just a second. We'll get to that in just a second. What I want to do right now is I want to share with you guys how the two different types of NPI numbers, okay, which is two things that tells us two different things. Number one, this lady that we were talking to the other day at Lemon Grove most definitely was lying to us, okay? And number two, hold on one second. Okay, here it is. All right, and number two, not only was she lying, but I knew what she was saying wasn't making sense, and she was definitely appears to be covering up, okay? So there are two NPI types, okay? There are two types of NPI numbers. Type 1 NPIs are assigned to individual providers, okay? Type 2 NPIs are assigned to organizational providers, okay? So this would mean, and then the status of it would be, shows whether the NPI is active or deactivated, okay? So you can have a deactivated NPI or you can have an active NPI, okay? Now, your NPI would be, if you are a provider, especially in the state of California, I looked this up in California, but apparently this is a national thing, okay? In the state of California, you would have to go through the process of licensing, okay? You would go through that process. You have to take exams, and this has to be done once a year, okay? So she goes through the examination process. She goes through the whole thing, and then she takes the exam, and then that's the only way that she can extend the license. Currently, her license is good until October of 2023. I'm going to pull that up. And this is HIPAA space, okay, which is a space where you can look up any provider's NPI number, okay? As you can see, there is even a space right here that says NPI lookup, okay? You do not have to be a healthcare provider. You do not have to be yourself to look up that NPI number. That is public information. You can find that here. You can also find that in just a moment. I'm going to show you where else you can go to find that, okay? But this, as we know, is AAS's individual NPI number, okay? This is Andrea Michelle Stewart, MFT, which is a marriage family therapist, okay? That's the NPI number. That's the provider's name. And as you can see, this is the entity type is individual, okay? So this is her direct NPI number. That other number for Lemon Grove is Lemon Grove's professional NPI number for that business, okay? So no, the lady was trying to tell us all the providers there have the same NPI number. That would not be true. Every provider would have their own NPI number, and then the business would have its own NPI number. Now, there are stipulations to this, and I was reading up on that. One of the stipulations was that I think it was, hold on, let me look at it real quick. I want to make sure that I have this right. One of the stipulations I know was that the person does not have to have an NPI if there's certain things they have to meet. Okay, so if there is some reason, I can't tell you guys exactly what it is right off the top of my head, but I'd have to look at it. Or as a matter of fact, I can just Google it real quick. Why would a provider not have an NPI number? Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. It says sole proprietorships are not considered organization healthcare providers for purposes of the NPI final rule and thus cannot obtain organization NPIs. Okay. So, in terms of NPI assignment, a sole proprietor would be an entity type 1, okay, and would be eligible for a single NPI. So, keep that in mind while we're looking up AAS's accessible information and we're slowly uncovering certain things. Okay. Now, I have something cooking that I cannot talk about. I must keep my mouth closed about this right now. This is the reason why I'm not going to do this expose on AAS right now. I promise you it is coming. But I'm going to say this. Anti-Afro Svengali, you know we're on the right path. And I know you know we're on the right path. Okay? But honey, you didn't cover all your ducks. I'm just letting you know you did not cover all of your ducks. Okay? So I got you. I most definitely got you. But I'm going to go ahead and wait. I'm going to be patient with this good old checkmate that we got. Okay? But you know, like I know, we're on the right path. And I appreciate you for, not always covering all your ducks, right? And not always paying attention and always thinking that you can outsmart the smartest person in the room, right? And all that stuff, and that you think you're the smartest person in the room. I'm glad that you did that because you done fucked up. I'm just going to let you know, okay? But yes, honey, you've been very good at attempting to keep people off your ass, okay? You've been very good at doing that. Very, very good at doing that. But you missed a few places, okay? You missed a few things, and I'm not going to speak on them yet because this time I'm going to make sure that everybody sees that you've definitely been checkmated, okay? Now, let's go ahead and, but I wanted to make sure that you guys understood the differences with her NPI number and the fact that this is a single NPI number that belongs directly to her and cannot be changed and never will be changed. It will follow her all the way around the board until she passes away. Okay. And, it won't be changed or anything like that. And that this is not a business NPI. And if you are a sole proprietor, meaning that you own your own business, right? As a licensed family therapist, it would be under your name and it would be under your individual NPI number. You would not have a large NPI number for that, okay? That's just something to remember when you're thinking of sole proprietorships and what we've been looking at in regards to these offices and what regards to AAS and her own business and whether or not she has her own office under the tutelage of certain psychiatrists or certain physicians or social workers or whatever the case may be, okay? So, got all that under wraps. Everybody kind of understands that. I think that we understand all of this. So let's go ahead and go over to this NPI page again, okay? Because again, I want to make sure that everybody understands what we're seeing, okay? I want you to pay close attention to this right here because the provider enumeration date here says that this was on February 28th, 2007 is when she first got her actual NPI number. It was last updated for them on November 28th, 2011. Okay. That was a while ago, right? And it's still giving us this address of the 2741 Lemon Grove Avenue, Suite 103. It's still giving us this phone number where we found out this number actually goes to a restaurant, right? We never called the fax number, but this number itself goes to a restaurant. So we know that's not a good number, and all this other stuff. And then it just goes on to kind of give us some information about it. How, as I said before, she has a NPI number that has individual type of ownership and has been registered to the following business legal name, which is the provider or healthcare organization name. So the business was under her actual name, okay? And records indicate that the provider is in fact a female, all right? And these are the dates they have. That's the address, phone number, so forth and so on. The taxonomy code is the code that is used for marriage and family therapists, okay? And that is her license number, as we've shown before. and the license number is in California. Okay. So it was just basically just explaining all of this stuff. And these are references to kind of get an understanding of what all of this means. Okay. Keep in mind that the one code is the person or individual human being who furnishes healthcare. And number two is a non-person, which is the entity other than an individual human being that furnishes healthcare. For example, the Lemon Grove office. Okay. They would have its own MPI number, and every single therapist that works out of there, every single physical therapist, every single social worker, every single provider would have their own separate MPI number. So you would be able to look up an actual person that works for a company with a separate MPI number than from the company's MPI number. Okay. So it's clear she was lying, but we'll go ahead and keep going with that. Now, I think I went over everything I wanted to go over with her. Let me just make sure, because like I said, I have something cooking. Oh, no, I didn't. I got one more thing I want to show you guys. Let me share this with you. And like I said, I have something cooking, and it is stewing really nice. It's nice and well seasoned. It's doing really well, everything. But honey, when this good plate and this good pot is done, okay, that chick gonna be in the Book of the Dead, like Breaking the Culture of Ghosts is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put her over there. We're gonna go ahead and put Stargate over there, like you know, because Smoke God put her in the Book of the Dead last night. We're gonna go ahead and put all these people up there on the shelf so we can finally move on with our lives in this sector, okay? Because we sick of these hoes, okay? We're gonna finish off Breaking the Culture a little bit today. It all depends on her, you know, but at the end of the day, we are, you know, I got a little bit to talk about her today. Now, AAS, we're going to finish her up in a few days, okay? Just give that a little bit of time. Let that cook a little bit, okay? Because I promise y'all, y'all going to be like, what? She going to be like, what? Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and show you guys the Board of Behavioral Sciences. You know what? Let me look back up the NPI again for her. Bear with me just a moment. Before we go to the board, we're going to look up... Again, I'm not sharing everything because I really don't want you guys to see some of the stuff that is not yet, guys. Not yet. Not yet. We almost there. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Okay. I promise y'all. But not quite yet. Not yet. Just let it cook a little bit longer. You know how it'll be smelling good and the food be smelling good and you be ready to take it out the oven or take it out the pot and taste it. It ain't ready. It ain't ready. Okay. Gotta let that cook a little bit longer. All right. So let me go ahead and pull up her on the California Board of Behavior Sciences. Okay. Because I want you guys to see this here, because this is actually the most updated information in regards to finding someone who is who has been licensed by this board, because this is who has licensed her. Okay, so I think it goes right here on consumers, and then consumer complaints. You have general info, and you know what? No, hold on. Let me Google it real quick. So bear with me just a moment. Bear with me just a moment. I'm gonna Google this real quick because I want you guys. Yeah, it says 2011. I know, but you guys are about to see something else. So hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here it is right here. So, all right, let me share this screen with you guys. And I'm back on that same website. I just want you guys to see that. Hold on one second. And again, I will put a link to this website in my description box. You guys can most definitely go and take a look at it. You can also Google it yourself. It is the California Behavior Science. Okay, so she is licensed by them. Okay, she actually took the licensing exam. She takes the same exam every single year, and she has to renew her license every single year. Okay, it is through these people. So you can look that up through the license number, first and last name, if you have a business name, if you have a license type, if you have boards and bureaus. Okay, so from here, we can see that we do have her NPI number, and we also have her license number. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the license number real quick. And then we're going to go back over here. All right, and we're going to put in her license number. All right, so we got her license number in. We're going to put in her name and her last name. And we have confirmed that this is the correct spelling of her name. This is her license number, and that is her NPI. All right, so we don't have to, question that anymore. We don't have to figure out whether that's her or not. And here is, in fact, her license number. Okay, it comes up right here. All right, this is the license number. That's her name, Andrea Michelle Stewart. She is a licensed marriage and family therapist, and she's her license is renewed and it is current. So what does that mean? That means that her renewal fees have been paid and continuing education requirements have been met. Okay, so she is currently renewed in the system. Now, this is the difference between this website, which is the Board of Behavior Sciences, and that website that we were looking at a few minutes ago that showed her NPI number, okay, which I'm going to show you this again, okay? It all matches up, right, except for a couple of things. One of them is this date right here where this information was last updated for the 2741 Lemon Grove Avenue, okay? Now, let's go back to this page. Okay, the expiration date is October 31st, 2023 here. So this one is much more up to date. Okay, she actually expires in October. So she'll have to renew her license before then, which, we can always go back if we feel like it and take a look and see if she does, if we even care at that point. And this is, according to them, city is El Cajon, right? California. Which is in San Diego County, 92020. We all know that El Cajon, San Diego, all of that stuff, La Mesa, all of that is all of this in the same area. Okay, let's look at additional details on this tab right here. So the details for this are this. Okay, same license number, same name, same license type, and the status, and this is the address on record. Now, before you all go get excited and be like, yay, we got her. No. Okay. I'm going to tell you two things that are wrong with this address. And I'm going to tell you what we could do about this if we chose to, and what she would have to do about this if it was complained about. Okay. It turns out that 2840 Fletcher Parkway in El Cajon is actually a post office. It's some type of mailbox store. Okay, that is something that all of us ran into a while back. Okay, we already knew about this address. We were already aware of it. However, what she can't use, right, for these licenses is just like I cannot use the same thing on mortgage. Anytime I renew my mortgage loan license or any of my other banking licenses, I cannot use a PO box. I cannot use a mailbox store. I can't use anything like that. It has to be my actual physical address that I'm using, or it has to be the physical address that I'm actually working at, okay, in order for me to post that license, okay? So what's happening here with the California Behavioral Science is they are not aware that Andrea Stewart is using the address of a post office location. I'm going to show you what that address is again, okay? Because so you guys know that I'm not making this up. And I know that there are plenty in the sector that are aware of this location, okay? Yes, guys, this is the postal annex for this location, okay? That is what this is. It's a mail center, all right? This is kind of like a UPS center. I know over here we have UPS, we have FedEx centers and stuff like that, where people can actually go and open up mailboxes, okay? You can use the address, if you're, say I was just trying to use it for just to give somebody, or whatever, not for my actual licensing or whatever, but to give somebody, I can give them the address of their location and it would come up that way. And it might come up as like box 10 or suite 10 or something like that, right? Well, hers is number, and I'm going to show you guys her number. Let me go back to this. This is that address, and this is the postal annex, and her mailbox number is 323. That's her number, according to the Behavioral Sciences Board. But they're not aware, because she was able to get through that loophole with them, of this address, right? They weren't, they're not going to go around checking everything like that. As long as you're not giving them a physical P.O. box number, or you're not trying to say, oh, this is a postal annex, they're not going to go and look into that, okay, until somebody brings it to their attention, okay, which is a problem because she is a therapist, right? She is a provider. She has to be able, you have to be able to get in touch with where she works in order to legitimize her, okay? So if she's not able to be legitimized through an address where where she's practicing, this is fraud, period. And this is something that needs to be told to the California Behavioral Sciences Division. Okay, they are not aware that she's using this address and this is a postal service. She cannot do that. It has to be a physical address to the location that she is practicing. Okay, it does not have to be her home address. It has to be the address to the physical location that she's practicing. Just like if I was doing mortgages, right? I would have to have it connected to the address of the location that I am practicing mortgage loan origination. I can't just do mortgage loan origination and give y'all some fake address. I can go to jail for that. Do you understand? It's fraud, period. So yes, this is in fact fraud that is on the California Board of Behavior Sciences for Andrea Stewart's license number. But she has never been checked for such things because nobody ever went this far. Now, there are people that do know about this address and know that this is a postal service, but obviously we're not aware that this is actually fraud, okay? So you guys there, thank me later. You're more than welcome to contact the California Behavioral Science. I will put that information in the description box. I may or may not be contacting them myself, considering the fact that I'm so aware of all of this, right? But I probably will, because she has been very treacherous to a lot of people. And like I said, we're doing this for the purpose of her having the ability to be served, her having the ability to, to be complained about and so forth, based off of the things that she has been doing to people, out here. Okay, literally doxing family, literally using very, very confidential information against people, using medical information against people, using her ability to and her skills in her profession against people with mental illness and so forth and so on. It goes on, and it's been going on for years and years and years. It's evidence out here that she is the one passing this information around, like everything. So yes, all of this right here, and she did this, guys. I want you to know, she did this and changed this address on here so that people can't find her. Do you understand? This is the reason why she has this fake address on here, because she does not want us, who she has been doxing, the people that she has been harassing, like, let me see your transcript, putting up these rogue pictures of her and Nikki contacting their jobs, contacting child protective services on people, all of these things. She put this fake address up here so that we would not be able to pin her down to a location. But honey, you fucked up. I'm going to say that. I ain't going to say how I know. Not yet. Okay. But I do got you, bitch. Okay. I got you. But in the meantime, you guys most definitely have been able to see that. And I wanted to share that with you guys before we go any further. All right. So let me go ahead and get back into the chat real quick. And then we're also going to get into the poll. And then we're going to get into this breaking the culture of dungeons bullshit. Okay. Shout out to all of y'all who are in the chat. Make sure that you guys do hit the like button. I got 60 people in here. That is wild. I truly appreciate y'all. Shout out to all of you. Let me go back up a little bit so we can get to these chats. Hold on. Before that, there were other chats too. You said, well, after I get this barred, maybe I can get a job as a stand-up comedian. Child. You said, what is jail? That's what Breaking the Culture was saying. She was saying T Pre going to jail. Okay. Not just going to jail, but I'm going to jail, honey. Okay. You said, you always have me cracking up, Stephanie Collins. You said, we all going to jail. Okay. Jail, honey. It got to be jail. It can't be jail. I don't know what jail is, but you know, I guess it's a difference in jail and jail. I don't know. Okay, but child, these bitches is crazy. Oops, honey. You said, but she can post people's signatures on court papers. How about them noodles? Yeah. And then they end up losing their job over that shit too. You said, Stephanie Collins, girl, we need the laughter. Some of this stuff and people are beyond hilarious. Child, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. You said 110 votes with 50 viewers. Well, I had it up since yesterday. That's why. So it was up. I put it up. I put the poll up yesterday. And so people have probably been voting since yesterday. So that's probably why. There may not be everybody in here. Yeah, y'all got to get up on the game. How shit be happening? Like y'all can't stop questioning everything. Oh, how is this? Oh my gosh, this is a conspiracy. No, literally, I put that poll up yesterday, and it should tell you the amount of hours that the poll has been up. Let me look at that. Matter of fact, we'll share my screen on that real quick. So everybody knows, okay? Dungeons, bullshit. Hold on, guys. All right, so we're going to look at the poll here. Hold on. So everybody knows. Yep. Y'all can hear me talking. I hear me talking. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull this poll real quick. Because, yes, there's 58 people and there is 127 votes. And as you can see, this was put up 21 hours ago. Okay. So there have been people that decided to vote beforehand. Okay. This is the purpose of me putting the poll up. I put it up yesterday. All right. So now you know, as a content creator, defrauding, you can do the same, right? When you go live, you can put up a poll and have your audience actually interacting with your show beforehand. Okay. And then they can come back and, you know, they can change their vote. They can put their vote in. They can do whatever they want to. All right. As y'all can see, I actually voted for Breaking the Culture, but Carrie Ann actually won that. Okay. So Carrie Ann is, well, Breaking the Culture won. People don't, 45% of the sector believes that Breaking the Culture, abandoning her kids currently is worse. And 55% of the people in the sector believe that Carrie Ann's honesty from 3 years ago is worse. Okay. I personally think that abandoning your kids is a lot worse. Okay. And I'm actually going to get into that situation, but shout out to the loungers for actually voting and getting in on that. So I'm going to end that poll right there. And then we're going to actually start a new poll. And then we're going to get right into this hot tea on Breaking the Culture. But first, let's go ahead and let's finish reading the comments. And then we'll get into that. You said, what? Someone did that? Damn. You said, wow, that's crazy. You say you might as well take that tainted ass poll down and use the poll LVUs, one poll per LP. Okay, I think you understand now how these polls work. You say, yes, Clark, AAS did that. You said defrauding charlatans, that's because people are full of it and they know it. No, guys, this poll was up since yesterday. You said, Stephanie Collins, wow, this is illegal. Ciao. You said, hit that like, fam. What's up, Binary? I appreciate you. You said, what's up, T-Pre and chat? You said, all doctors under a medical group could fall under the group's MPI number. No, Miss Murph, let me show this again. Because this ain't what we doing, y'all. This ain't what we doing. Okay, hold on. Let me do this again. NPI, different MPIs. Let's do this again, because we're not gonna just go by what we want things to be, right? We are no longer just saying stuff and just what we want it to be because we like these people and because we want them to be right? We're not doing that anymore. We are going by facts. So the facts are, and again, we're going to read this. NPI types. There are two types of NPI numbers. Type 1 NPIs are assigned to individual providers. Type 2 NPIs are assigned to organizational providers, okay? And the status would show whether the NPI is active or deactivated. Now, we're going to look up her NPI number again, all right? Because, again, we're not making stuff up. We're not just wanting things to be this way because we want these words to be right. No, we are showing facts, right? So let's go ahead and go back to the HIPAA space. And there's an MPI profile here. And there's also HIPAA space, right? We're going to go there. We're going to look up her NPI number because this particularly tells us why she has this particular NPI number and what type her NPI number is. It is not a organizational NPI number. She has an individual NPI number, okay? The organization has its own NPI number, and every practitioner in the organization has their own NPI number. Now, the only way you will not have an NPI number that is organizational, as we've read already, and we've looked up the receipts on, okay? As we've read, the only way you would not have an NPI number that is organizational is if you are a sole proprietor. And if you are a sole proprietor, you would have an individual NPI number. It would go by that number. That is it. That is all. We're not adding to this. We're not adding what we want. We're not taking away what we want because we want it. We are adding the facts and only the facts, okay? Shout out to you. You know I ain't got no beef, but we're not playing word salad here, okay? We're going with facts, bottom line, okay? So now that we've gotten to the bottom of that, let me go ahead and remove all this stuff. And again, I want to start another poll, but I'm about to start that in just a second. And then we are going to get into, bitch, where are your kids? Okay, because we most definitely want to know where her kids are, child. But shout out to Miss Murph. You said, Collins, yup. You said, hey, the binary code. You said, what's up, the living life? What's up, Amal? I appreciate you being in the building. You said she don't gave it an update. Yeah, right, on that other one, but on this one, child. You said she isn't required to update her address. No, she is most definitely required to update that. I'm going to tell you how I know, okay? She has to do this licensing every single year, right? She has to go through the exam once a year, and she has to take, that's how she can renew the license, is if she takes the exam, okay? In her doing that, she has to go through their system, and she has to be verified in their system, which is what's on her driver's license. That's how she can get in there. And also where she is practicing, where she's practicing, okay? That also has to be updated. So yes, we have to know it has to be public and it has to be available where that is, because She is a therapist because she's a provider. Okay. Like she can't just run around here, pretend like being a provider and then duck in the system so that she can avoid, if she does something that's unethical. That's crazy. That's like a doctor doing that. That's like anybody doing that. She is, in fact, an actual provider. She is a healthcare provider. Her information has to be up to date. Yes, it does. Shout out to you, though. You said, did you review her court cases? Like I said, I don't know if y'all heard earlier in the live. I said, I am going to be going over her at another time, right? Because I have something cooking that I can't reveal right now. Because if I put it out there, it's going to mess it up. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go over the court cases and all that stuff all in one video altogether. When we actually reveal this information, then I'll go ahead and reveal that too. Okay, but that shit is crazy too. There's a few things going on with those. There were some of them that weren't that big of a deal. And then there were other things that were like, wow, girl. So I'll be doing that on another video as well. You said, is this info from 2014? I thought I saw that date. What you got to be more clear. I think you're talking about the HIPAA space page. But as you guys can see, I actually went to the California Behavioral Sciences website and showed you guys. I went to that other page on purpose because I wanted to show you guys the differences in the dates, okay? And how that date was updated in 2011 and how the California date shows that, oh no, she's updated, she's fully licensed, she's good, she's renewed, and she's paid up to date all the way till October 31st, 2023. Okay, so that is the most recent one, and that shows this Fletcher Parkway address, which is the postal annex, okay? Come to find out, she's not allowed to have that on there. That has to be where she's actually practicing, and clearly she's not doing therapy work at the postal annex, and that's just what it is. You said, okay, thought so. Yes, child. You said, how do you know she needs a real address? Okay, I'll look that up for you guys. Let's go ahead and look up that information. Let me go ahead and place you guys on a brief hold. I'm going to give you guys a timer real quick. And then we'll go ahead and look that up. Guys, hold on 1 second. I was trying to see if I can find that because I know I was looking at that earlier. Just don't know where I saw it. I think I saw it under here. Bear with me just a moment. I want to make sure I got this right. How do you apply for an MPI? MPI. You may get the MPI. Hold on. Okay, let me just do this. Hold on 1 second. Let me play one more and then let's do that. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Okay. I'm trying to read all this. Hold on. Let me share my screen. I want you guys to see what I'm looking at. So bear with me just a moment. All right. So what I'm looking at right now is actually on ca.gov. And this is the Medical Board of California. Okay. So there's questions on here on like what you would need, but this is not the right one that I wanted to do because this is address of record, email address. Renewing the same time, you want to change an address, change your address before renewing your license. But there was certain things that were required, and that is what I want to get to. So let me see if it's licensing home. Hold on 1 second, guys. We are going to get all the way into this because there was specific things that they had to have in place for this. Let me see. Is this it? Your license could be essentially denied or suspended if determined you are either a delinquent taxpayer or are delinquent in court-ordered child payments. No, this wasn't it. There was something I was reading, guys, that told me that, and I have to find it. So bear with me just a moment. I want to find it because I don't like to be, I don't want it to make it look like I'm lying on this thing. Does a provider Okay, here it is right here. All right, so what I'm going to show you guys what I put in. I said, does a provider need to provide an address of practice? Okay, and it says practice location address, and this is hhs.gov. Okay, you must provide a physical address. This cannot be a P.O. box or CMRA or a commercial mail receiving agency, which is that Fletcher Parkway. Okay. This is the location where the actual services are rendered. Users can enter multiple addresses, but only one primary practice location is required to be specified. So you must provide a physical address where you are providing services as a practitioner, okay? And this cannot be a P.O. box or a commercial mail receiving agency, which is the location of the Fletcher Park. So yes, that is fraud that she has that address on her license with the California Board of Behavioral Science. Okay. They don't know because it's coming up, it's 2850 Fletcher Parkway. That could be very well where she practices, right? They don't know that. All they know is that's the address that comes up. It's not telling them in their system that this is a commercial mail receiving agency. Okay. But yes, that is the case. So this is fraud. Okay. Yes, sir. So I did not make that up. And I will put a link to this in my description box under hhs.gov. Okay. So I think you guys can see this. Let me make sure. Let me verify. Okay. So you guys are able to see that. Yes. So she does, in fact, have to have a physical address for any location that she is practicing under. Okay. Let me go ahead and read up a little bit further. And again, like I said, I have some additional information that I will be releasing soon, but I'm not going to be releasing that today. You said Anti uses that P.O. box for her YouTube nonsense. It's the AFW address. It is. It's the same address that Catherine Brown had her served at, right? And then there's some other stuff. So she's using that address to avoid anybody knowing where she is practicing. But she fucked up. Okay. She fucked up. We ain't gonna say now yet, okay? But I will definitely be letting you guys know that. You said she got to be somewhere punching the air, child. Child. I just wanted to reveal that portion of it, okay? Because that doesn't really have anything to do with what we're doing. But once the California Board of Behavioral Science gets a hold of this and they investigate, they will make her change it to where she's practicing. Okay. Just to let y'all know. Shout out to Anti-Afro. You said Andrea uses that address for her marriage and family counseling business too, is fraud. It is fraud according to her license. She has to have the physical address of where she is practicing on that license, and she does not. You said living life. Oh goodness, I couldn't get through that segment. You said that old one that hasn't been enumerated since 2011. Right, that's the one at the 27 Lemon Grove, the 2741. Yeah, that one is old. It's old. But honey, you said, LOL, defrauding charlatans. I just saw your comment. How the hell did someone hack the poll? Now, nobody hacked that poll. It was a poll that I put up yesterday. I showed you guys it was 21 hours ago, okay? And nobody hacked that poll. That's just how many people fuck with Black Lounge, okay? It is okay, people. You know, people do come around here and fuck with me, okay? So, yeah, nobody hacked it, just to let you guys know. You said, don't forget to hit that like, everyone. You said, hey to Clark. You said, hey, beautiful Bernice, I see you are still at war with many Florida Evans, dried out juice fro social media stalker with the fucked up lineup. You know what? Y'all ain't shit. You said, T-Pre, you need to explain where someone is required to list. Okay, so you already saw that, right? Amal, you've been asking that question twice. I've already said that, but I think you asked that question a few minutes ago, so perhaps you just didn't see it. Well, you've seen it, but perhaps at that time, I just hadn't shown you that. You said, be careful. Don't drag any unnecessary or unwilling participants in this online nonsense. Oh, no, we got this. We got this. You said, living life. How does someone hold their head up after that? But hey, I guess some people have no shame, child. You said, oh, oops. Ignore my comment about the poll being hacked. Oh, I got you. You said, Clark, I hear you, 100. You said, Vici. You said, people thought CA sharing her honesty was worse. Yes, they did, child. Yes, they did. You said, what was her honest testimony from 3 years ago? It was her feeling like, she was scared of Black men and scared of, the Black community and the different things that she's experienced in that. And ever since then, she's had multiple conversations about that. There's been many conversations that she's had on many of platforms. She's had them on her own platform. She's explained what that meant, and she's also gotten education from other people on things. So those are things that have been worked out over a period of time, right? So, but breaking the culture is still abandoning her kids, right? So I feel like that's much worse. I don't know if the AFW sent all their minions over to hit that poll or whatever, but at the end of the day, Carrie Ann's situation, I don't think is worse. I think that is something that can be redeemable. I think that's something that can be talked about, and I think she has talked about it. I think that she's explained that to the fullest, and I think men and women understand where she has come from with that and have had that conversation with her already, which is what Breaking the Culture didn't understand the other night when she was jumping up on DJ Drama's panel, trying to deflect from her own bullshit and trying to deflect from this and trying to say, when she was saying I was going to jail for showing y'all public information, right? And accessible information, right? When we did that, she was talking about how I'm about to go to jail for 5 to 10, right? For doing that. She wanted to deflect and jump on Carrie Ann once she realized, oh, this is public information. Let me just jump on Carrie Ann and talk shit about Carrie Ann real quick. And just let me show y'all, hey, like she really gives a fuck about Black men all of a sudden, right? Oh, look what Carrie Ann said about all these Black men and how she feels. How dare she do all this to Black men? And we're out here marching in the street for Black men. And how could she do Black men like this? But bitch, you abandoning your Black sons. You literally abandoned your Black sons since they were little. So what's the difference? Because one of them is almost 17 years old, okay? He's going to be grown in the next year. So, like, he's a Black man. You understand? While you care so much about Black men, it starts in the home if you're a mother. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to get into all of that. But for some reason, they wanted to go with Carrie Ann, and so it was a 55 to 45 win for that one. What's up, Darrell? You said it depends on structure of group and credentialing for NPI. Okay, so we got that from Darrell, who is most definitely the one that could say that. You said never figured anyone in this topic of discussion block knew she existed in 2020. You said, okay, T Pre, nice try, but it's actually fine for applicants to use a PO box for their license. Okay, and if you can show me that, then I will believe you. But I literally just showed it. So we can say what words we want to say, right? And things we want it to be, but that's not the case. Okay. No. Like I said, a provider must have, and I'm going to show this again for a mall, only for a mall. A provider must provide a physical address. This cannot be a P.O. box or a CMRA, commercial mail receiving agency. This is the location where the actual services are rendered. Users can enter multiple addresses, but only one primary practice location is required to be specific. And I'm going to put a link to that in the description box. And this is from hhs.gov, okay? Not Amal's words, not what Amal wants things to be, not what T Pre wants things to be, not what the Secktah wants things to be, not what AAS wants things to be, but the facts, okay? See, we deal in facts here. We can get mad. You can feel some type of way. You cannot like it. But the bottom line is that is the facts. Okay. All right. Let me go to these over here because I got a couple more super chats in the building. Shout out to Darrell. I appreciate you for the $99.99 super chat. You said, great show. I will create a show later today on NPI and credentialing info. Thank you very much, D. Darrell. I truly appreciate that. And I also truly appreciate the super chat coming from you. Also, you, Alan Logic, I truly appreciate you for the $50 super chat. You said, expose the fraudster, T. Pre. Shout out to you. I truly appreciate that. Now, let's go ahead and get back into the comments real quick so that I can get up here and make sure that we are 100% on point with all of this. So Amal, again, before you start, darting off stuff for AAMS, okay? Make sure that everything you're saying is factual, okay? Make sure that it's not just coming out of your emotions and out of your feelings, but that it's fact, okay? Because that is what we deal in here is facts. That's what we do here in the lounge. You say, I actually don't care one way or the other as I have no skin in the game. Then Miss Murph, I'm not really sure why you're here and why you're commenting. Okay. You said Andrea had that MPI number from 2006, T Pre, and it'll remain the same MPI number until she passes away. Yep. It'll be the same one, just like my mortgage loan origination license number. It'll be with me until I die, like literally. You said she is running a fake LLC and a fake business from that P.O. box. Oh, we go, honey, just y'all hang on tight to y'all britches, okay? We got this. We got this. Shout out to you, Antonio, for all the work you've been doing, everybody else been doing. Shout out to all of y'all. You said, I will create a show on how MPIs work. Thank you. I appreciate that, Darrell. You said the LMFT instructions are fully listed. Point number 5 tells you that you can use any address you want for licensing. Okay, so I think what you're saying, Amal, okay, is that they can use their address that's on their actual license, which would probably be their home address, okay, in order to take the exam. But the license itself has to be listed to the actual location where services are rendered. Hello, Amal. All right? Okay. Peace, T Pre, and chat. What's up, Muslim? I appreciate you being in the building. And shout out to Darrell, D. Darrell Life Solutions, who, Amal, happens to be a licensed professional counselor who has his own practices, who has MPI numbers, okay? Yes, that guy is telling you you cannot just use any address. You can read whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You about to piss me off and you about to get blocked. I'm all just letting you know, okay? Because what we don't do here is disrupt, okay? So go ahead and let me just do that. All right. And you can just read whatever you want and we'll just leave you there. Okay. We're not doing that with you. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. You said, oh, don't you know, Antonio, however, she can't share someone else's truth. I mean, did she unalive someone, scam someone? I don't think she did any of those things. Okay. You said you are reading incorrectly because if an insurance can't validate your address or send info that is returned, you can lose the ability to bill. Thank you. Thank you. Like, why? What do you mean you can use anybody's address? What is wrong with these people? Like, I literally just showed y'all what's the facts. It's still up there on the screen. The facts are you must provide a physical address. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up so you guys know what I actually asked. Yes, you have to provide, a practitioner has to provide a physical address to the location where the services are rendered for their license. Okay, now whether they're going and doing the exam and what's on their driver's license might be their home address, that's not going to be listed on their license, right? No, it's going to be what's listed on their license for the practice is where the services are rendered. Okay, it has to be that address, or it could be multiple addresses, but there has to be one primary address where you are providing services, period. She's not providing services at a commercial location, at a commercial mail location, and she's not providing services with a P.O. box. No, you have to have a physical address that the insurance can bill. There's other reasons, just, for ethics reasons, for all kinds of reasons, that there has to be a physical address, and that's just it. You said, what? You said, Miss T. Pre can't hear you. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not sure why you can't. You said, just say extenuation. Okay, spelled that wrong. You said, Antonio, I was just saying she didn't do any of those things. We don't know. We don't know what's going on with her. All we know is that this is fraud. You said, hey, Clark. You said, thanks, Deedarell. I look forward to your explanation. Me too. I really do. And you said, Muslim. You said, hey, Miss Merv. You said, if P.O. Box is used, you have to be available there. If not, they will send you info about the address. If you don't respond, they can pull billing. Thank you. There you go. So if you have a P.O. box, you have to be sitting right there with it. Hello? You have to be working in that building. You have to be rendering services at that location. Hello? This is coming from an actual provider, okay? Somebody who's actually licensed and has his own practices. You said, hey, Muslim. You said, Miss Merv, you got your vest on permanently, child. You said, LOL, I've been practicing in this field for over 17 years, and people want to tell me how things go. Okay? It don't make no goddamn sense. You said, we are not talking about licensing applications. Thank you. We're not talking about the application process. We're talking about the license itself, okay? On her license itself, that we didn't look up her application just now. We looked up the license on the California Board of Behavioral Science, and the license itself shows that AAS's license is active, that it's been renewed, and that it's been renewed until at least October 31st of this year, okay? And that the address that's listed on there is to a postal annex, which is illegal, period. It is fraud for her to be doing that, okay? All right? Yep. So now that the California Board of Behavioral Science will know that this is a fraudulent address that she has listed on her license, what they're going to do is they are going to do an investigation and they will have her correct that. They're going to make her correct that, period. And when she does correct it, right? And, she has a different CMRA location, or a different P.O. box, we'll be doing that again, okay? We'll be letting the California board know, this is not the correct address. We need the right address, right? But we've got some other stuff cooking too. So it's between these few things that, you will be served the proper documents that need to be served to you, Andrea Stewart. I want to call you Andrea Garrison because we need to get into her. As we've been almost 2 hours into this and ain't talked about this hoe yet. You said, greetings, D. Darrell, Salam Muslim. All right. You said, living life, these streets are too dangerous to leave home without it, child. You said she has used that P.O. box as a business since 2006. And if she's been doing that with the board since at least 2007, she's been doing it illegally because 2007 is when they implemented this. You said, so basically she did some illegal shit because the Secktah closing in on her heels. Exactly. She probably changed it because I remember hearing about that address a while ago, right? So she probably changed it back when she thought Umar was doxing her, right? That's probably when she changed it, was then. When she renewed her license or when she just went through the process of changing it. So that's what it sounds like to me. But yeah, she know the people out here and people on Twitter and other places are on that ass. And that's why. You said, peace, Miss T. Pre in chat, driving and listening. I appreciate you as well as the super chat, Alan. You said, Alan. You said, pure unadulterated fraud. Okay, it don't make no motherfucking sense out here. You said, genuine questions. Do the AFWs police other sectors besides the Umar Johnson sector? Nope. Nope, Miss Murph. They be too scared to go in other places and do this shit. Nope, they don't do any of this stuff but here. You said, hey, living life to the fullest. Salam, sis. And I will be getting to that super chat again. You said, most definitely, Miss Murph. You said, don't you have to be licensed to possess an MPI in the first place? Yes, you do. You have to be a practitioner in order to get an MPI. You said, Coach Fire. You said, hey, Queen Pixie. You said, thanks, Coach. Yes, we do appreciate the super chat and all the other super chats as well. You said that fake business Andrea Michelle Stewart was running out of a P.O. box somehow had 8 employees with annual revenues of $87K plus since 2008. Don't know how, but that is what is listed. That is true. I remember I did read that. And that is because she's been able to be under the radar with this fake address. Now, there was an address of what you're talking about with that 8 employees one. That's the 2741 location. Okay. That is her old business. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get too far into that. And it did have employees there and everything, but she had a physical address at that location. She did. Okay. But we'll get into this a little later on. You said, I think she's trying to redeem that. Okay. You said, Antonio Barnes. You said, Drama Chat didn't care about breaking defendant anti. Not at all. Not at all. You said, nor did he. I seen that. You said, what? And that's good because that's the way, what they don't understand is that, and I think Breaking is getting, or maybe she's going to get it. I don't know. Stargate and her are starting to understand that they are literally on the wrong side of history with this sector. Like, it just is what it is. You said, what you going to do about it? What's good, Brody? You said, living life. True. You said, thanks for the super chat, Alan. Yes, I appreciate that. You said, and that primary practice location is a P.O. box. You said, Pixie, the chat, and DJ had me rolling. Yeah, that shit was funny. That shit was hilarious. You said, I'm not getting into you guys back and forth, but you are correct. Breaking only started bringing up what Carrie said after we debunked her claim that MPI information was not public. Exactly. That's why she does that all the time. Her and Stargate do that. They are sent to come and disrupt. They're sent to come and bring chaos and bring confusion to a situation. When, honey, MPI is public information. Anybody can look up their kids' doctor's MPI number. You can look up your MPI number if you're a doctor. Like, you can look up somebody else's. It's not private information at all. So once y'all told her that, she needed to find something else to just throw out there and keep darting that and keep throwing that. She kept playing it. Instead of saying it, she was playing it. She does the same techniques that Stargate does. It's like they go through training. It's like AAS puts them through AFW training, right? And they all do the same exact thing. So Like we've all heard Stargate do these same things. Somebody's having a conversation on the panel and she'll just start playing a video. You know what I'm saying? That somebody sent her a clip of. She'll just start playing it just out of the blue. Like it's just crazy how the blueprint between these two is the same exact way. And AAS is the one that they fucking work for. That's the crazy part. But honey, we got y'all, bitch. Like that's just what it is. AAS is cooked at this point. Okay, that bitch in the pot, she's stewing, and we waiting on that shit to say ding. That's all the fuck it is. Okay, you hoes. In the meantime, literally hoes. In the meantime, y'all need to have several fucking seats, child. But yes, y'all debunked her claim in the chat, and she got up on that panel thinking she knew what she was talking about, asking Drama some stupid ass question, and nobody fell for it. Nobody jumped to her aid, her light-skinned aid, right? Nobody made her feel good because she's light-skinned, you know, and nobody made her feel good because she's pretty, you know. None of that happened. No, actual life happened, and they let you know about yourself and how stupid you fucking sounded and how uneducated you fucking sounded, okay? And that bitch couldn't take that shit. And we're about to get into that in just a second. Let me see something because I think I got another super chat. Shout out to Muslim for the super sticker of $20. I appreciate you guys. Oh, y'all are so awesome. Shout out to all the loungers. I appreciate the super sticker of $20, Muslim. And greetings to you. I truly, truly do appreciate that, Muslim. You said she is not rendering any services from a P.O. box. Okay? Exactly. Now, Amal, you was blocked because I ain't fucking with you. You said, thanks for the super chat, Muslim. You said, living life to the fullest, greetings. You said, greetings, Riz Lyricist. You said, hey to Vici. You said, domicile addresses. Okay, what's up, Riz? I appreciate you. You said, Muslims, greeting, bro. You said, Muz, what's up? You said, Miss T. Pre, I was referring to CA and the poll. Oh, okay. You said, can't wait for the correction. Yep, child, listen. You said Miss TP, but she does go in other chats and try to stir up chaos. A lot of other chats. She does go other places, but not like this shit right here. You said 87K with 8 employees. That ain't shit. I thought that too. 87,000 is a very small amount for a business, you know, a therapy business, and you have 8 employees. That's nothing. The therapists themselves should be making more than that. Like what? You said Dederell Life Solutions. You said emailing G Gates' wife. Was his wife supposed to leave him over Secktah nonsense? Yeah, y'all remember all the wives and husbands that have been, you know, doxxed and so forth and so on because their husband or their wife disagrees with AAS, right? Well, yeah, this is why people now need to serve you, right? This is why people need to know where you are. They need to know what, you know, practice you work for, not to bring harm to you, not the way that you intended to bring harm to people, but so that you can be served and you can be stopped, period. Because we're not tolerating it anymore. That's just it. You said I was kind of embarrassed for her when no one would co-sign Drama being a white man. Oh, we're going to get into it in just a second, child. You said, who said Drama was one of my people? Child. Breaking the Culture said it, child. And we're about to get into it in just a moment. Let me go ahead and play Glow's favorite timer for y'all. All right, guys. So I'm creating the poll now. And while we're talking about breaking the culture, you guys can actually do this poll. So bear with me just a moment while I create it. Okay. All right. And hold on. Let me add one more option. Okay. All right. So the question is, who is the biggest bird? Okay. Is it Star? Is it breaking the culture? Or both of these hoes are birds? Okay. So now y'all can go ahead and start putting y'all votes in. I see y'all in here already voting. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this bitch. Okay. Because I don't know how many of y'all actually heard what the hell this chick had to say the other night. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start that, honey, because I thought it was crazy what Breaking the Culture was saying. All right. So bear with me just a moment while I pull up this video because I thought this was crazy. All right, guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, please, on the way in here. Let me go over these comments real quick before we get into this recording. You said, oh no, Muslim, Maraba, Rizlas is anti-bingo Versace. Anti-bingo Versace. You said, goddamn. You said, Harhaba, sis. You said, culture, Stephanie Collins. She went on a worldwide press tour over NPIs and jail, right? All right, listen, y'all. Let's go ahead and hear what this dust bucket had to say, because she said a lot on this video right here, and we just gonna react to it. Let's get into it. Hold on, guys.
Or even people of lighter skin who may be fully Black. They talk about how they're not Black and how they're not pro-Black and how, they're not worthy of being acknowledged as Black and they're not worthy of being in Black spaces. But then yet, these same Black people, quote unquote, sit around and talk about how they don't feel safe around other Black people and how they
anti-flamingo stockings.
Black men can't lead their own communities, how Black men are falling short and how they don't want to live in Black communities, they don't want to live around Black people, they don't want to live around Black women,
get on my
Black
nerves,
men.
man.
They're just whatever. They feel safer with white men, but then try to disparage people for being with white men, me including. And then try to say, like, basically you're a whore while all they talk about is sucking dick, and they talk about fucking people and how they're celibate and non-celibate and how they fuck this and fuck that and they suck this and they suck that.
First of all, now let me say this, okay? I ain't never heard Carrie Ann talking about she fucking this and sucking that and sucking this and fucking that. Okay, no. Okay? Now, me and Carrie Ann have had roast battles back and forth for the past couple of years, okay? I will say Carrie has roasted me and I have roasted her. There's a lot of stuff we have both said about each other, very disparaging things, but that does not mean these things are fact, okay? Yes, I said Carrie was the biggest hoe of the sector because Photon pimped her, but I don't believe that. That's not actually true, okay? It's not an actual thing. So, bitch, stop taking my roasting points and making them a real thing, okay? That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Stop doing that shit. Come up with your own shit. Be original. Come up with your own, stand on your own 10 toes and come up with your own shit when you coming for that woman. Because honestly, I don't think Carrie's really a hoe. I don't think Carrie's really, was pimped out by Photon. No, you were. Definitely, you're definitely pimped out, but I don't think Carrie Ann is really pimped out. That was just a roast. Okay? It was a roast. Hello. So stop taking my motherfucking points, bitch.
And it's like, are you trying to convince me or are you trying to convince yourself? Because
sounds stupid.
I have never gotten on a platform and talked about how I felt unsafe around Black men or Black women and how I didn't want to live in Black communities.
Well, you didn't say that, but you most definitely talked about what happened to you in foster care with your Black mother, right? You most definitely went on a campaign to talk shit about D. Durrell and talk about how he made you feel unsafe and all this other stuff. So what the fuck are you talking about? You did that on my panel.
It's because I felt that I had a higher chance of being raped than being a baby mama and all this shit and X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. I've never have I ever got on the platform, find me a motherfucking clip where breaking the culture of silence have ever said that a Black man is this and a Black man is that and a Black man this and I don't feel safe and blah, 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 blah. It's never happened because I don't feel unsafe around my own people.
Definitely.
But yeah, we got these self-hating assholes who get on platforms and Black spaces and sit there and literally disrespect the Black man and the Black woman.
Girl.
But then
I think any Black woman can pull a white man, I'll be honest with you. Somewhere.
I get kicked off of panels, I get dropped down. Because why? Because I'm not Black enough and I'm with a white man and wah, 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 wah. Oh, wow. We got a literal self-hating Black woman who's been begging and paying for Black dick, who she literally hates.
Huh?
Make it make sense.
No, you make that make sense, because that ain't what happened.
It's so far out of pocket and so far out of line, it's not even funny.
Yes, she tried to put Victor Cousins in jail. She tried to ruin his church, everything, because he didn't want to fuck her anymore. You remember that? You remember how unsafe she felt around him and how could he do this to her and how could he treat her kids this way and all this stuff? And he is a 100% Black man. Oh, there's others too, but I'm not going to speak on it. I'm going to keep that shit in the chamber for that bitch. Yeah, bitch, I got your motherfucking tea, okay? While you talking about what you've never done and you never got on anybody's platform and did that. You don't remember that video? I'll put a link to it in my description box. The video where you talked about your son. Yeah, where the fuck is your kids, girl? While you talking about this woman sucking dick and doing this and doing that, while you really sucking dick in dungeons, okay? Where are your kids? Because Carrie Ann doesn't have kids, but you do. Where are your kids? You only mentioned 2 of your kids and act like there's only 2. There's 4. Where are the other 2? Let's go ahead and keep going. We're going to go ahead and let this bitch keep going. She sounds fucking dumb.
This woman literally said that she would not live in a place that was Black.
Facts. He's a Black man.
She is not pro-Black.
Salute to Victor Cousins.
Black men. She does not fuck with Black women, but she has never been catcalled by a white man. She has never been made to feel unsafe by a white man. But she is so pro-Black, all while in the same breath saying that Black men are literally leave their women to be single mothers. They leave them to be baby mamas. They are not fit to lead. I mean, they're not equipped to lead.
Well, all while the 4 baby daddies you got left you to be a baby mother. I'm just saying. And they Black men, okay? I mean, but I'm not saying all Black men do this. I'm just saying your baby daddies did that to you. But we're going to go ahead and keep going. Your 4 baby daddies. Well, I can confirm 3. I can't confirm the 4th one, but I can confirm 3.
We got Black men sitting up here endorsing this shit. Drama, you're a fucking
Why you talking about everybody got a bunch of baby daddies?
You literally sat up here and endorsed this woman disrespecting the Black man who you...
She's embellishing a lot of this, Miss Murph. A lot of this. There was parts of that conversation that was had, but not to the level she's trying to make it. She's just trying to exaggerate because she has been looked at as a liar. She has been shown as a liar, and people push back on her as a liar, and that pissed her off like it would with Stargate. And she went on her live and ranted like a stupid ass, dumbass bitch, like Stargate does. The only difference between her and Stargate is Stargate don't take her lives down. Breaking the culture pussy, so she won't keep her shit up.
You claim to be a Black man all while endorsing
But I'll play
this
it for her.
alleged Black woman to disrespect your species who has been under attack. Literally, we are literally marching in the streets for you, Black man. We are literally screaming how our...
And I'll put out there Daryl Moore too, how she tried to put Daryl Moore out there. I'll put out there Larry Reed, how she tried to fuck with Larry Reed's life at one time. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, I got all your shit. Remember, I got all your shit.
Black men are being...
There's a lot of Black men she is targeted.
Just like Carrie Ann and white people and other people of other races.
But the biggest targets are Michael and Aiden. Where are hashtag, where are the kids? Hashtag, where are your Black sons? Hashtag, where is Aiden? Hashtag, where is Michael, bitch? While you talking about marching for Black men, have you checked on your Black sons? Have you gotten them anything this year? Have you purchased them school supplies at least? Did you pay your child support to them this year? What have you done for your Black sons besides the one Black son that the only reason you're taking care of him is because your white Jewish boyfriend has been taking care of you and has him and his sister in the same room? And y'all can see how big they are since Breaking the Culture is putting them all on Front Street for everybody to see, acting like she only has 2 kids. When you were on video, ma'am, talking about Michael, you forgot? Let's go.
Racist, but yet you sit up here and let her push your rhetoric? Are you fucking okay? You people are fucking weird. This woman is literally attacking your entire essence.
Now, keep in mind, when this conversation was going on, nobody was talking about what Breaking the Culture was talking about. They were talking about the MPI thing. They started talking about other things. And she hops up there with this bullshit trying to come for Carrie Ann when she was only doing that because she wanted to deflect off of people telling her she doesn't know what she's talking about and nobody gives a fuck about what she's talking about. Like, period. That's what it was. So she was that angry and she couldn't believe that y'all wouldn't go with her light-skinned ass and y'all don't believe in her and y'all don't just go with whatever she says because she's light-skinned and pretty. Stupid ass bitch.
Your entire essence. It makes me wonder, is she right? Should we feel unsafe around Black men? Because she literally said she does not feel safe around Black men. And as I'm playing the receipt, you boot me.
Well, bitch, do you feel safe around Black men? Because you have abandoned 2 of them, right? And then on top of that, you're fucking a white one. So what's up? What's up with you?
Why? Because you didn't like what she was saying? Did it resonate?
She was arguing on Drama's channel. She got booted off of Drama's channel, and then she went on her own panel and did this, and then erased it afterwards.
Green earth do we protect people who put our Black men in danger? Because the rhetoric,
our species. She actually called the Black man your species. That's what she said. Wouldn't she say our people? Because if I'm talking about Black men or Black women, I'm talking about our community. I'm not talking about your species. Like, what? But her mom is Nigerian, right? Okay. All right, baby. Okay.
Dangerous. And having a Black son.
Wait a minute.
Having a Black kid's father.
Hold on. You only mentioned 1 Black son. You have 3 Black sons. You have put Ishmael's name out there. You have put Michael's name out there. You have Aiden tattooed on you, and Michael's grandmother talked about Aiden. So you have 3 sons: Ishmael, Michael, and Aiden. They're all your sons. And you have your daughter, Malia, which you have now said publicly is her name. So you have 4 children, ma'am. Not 1 Black son. You have 3. Where are they? While you're out here ranting and raving about a Black woman who does not have any children at all, okay? ranting and raving in the middle of the night about a conversation that she had years ago in regards to her perception of what things were until she decided to have a deeper discussion. But even through all of that, and in the mix of all of that, where are your kids and what do you do for them? While you're talking about Black men, you don't need to march and do all this other stuff if you were just doing what you got to do for your family first. You understand? Because I'm not out here marching in the streets. But guess what? I got 3 Black sons, and I'm in all of their fucking lives. You understand? All of their lives. They all know how to get a hold of me. They all know where I'm at. They all talk to me on a regular basis. Where the fuck are your kids? While you're talking about Black men. This is the part that doesn't make sense to me. Break it, okay? While I'm like, the nerve of this bitch. While you're sitting here talking about, again, a childless woman who does not have kids at all. And you have 3 Black sons. And you're on here naming only one. As if the Secktah doesn't already know that you have more than one. Bitch, you make that make sense, okay? You make that motherfucking make sense. You make it make sense that you about to talk about one of your baby daddies when you have at least 3 baby daddies, okay? Aiden has his own father. Michael has his own father. And Ishmael has his own father. Now, it's alleged that Malia has her own father as well, but I cannot confirm or deny that as of yet. Not as of yet. But it's been told to me that she has her own father as well. So there is at least 3 baby dads for you, okay? While you talk about 1 baby dad and 1 son. And there are 3 sons and 1 daughter. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Father and having Black brothers and sisters, I consider this dangerous rhetoric that Black men are dangerous, that Black men are not fit to carry and lead households, that Black men are not fit for shit. That is the rhetoric that this bitch has been spewing, and you literally endorsed it as a Black man.
So he's supposed to endorse you. He's supposed to endorse you as a Black woman abandoning her children. That he's supposed to do that because that wasn't the subject. You understand? No, you wanted to bring that subject up to try to come for Carrie Ann when nobody was doing that to you. Everybody in the chat was telling you the same thing. You are wrong. NPI numbers are public information. Nobody's going to jail. But where's your kids, bitch? Right? While you're talking about people going to jail. Because the only one I see going to jail the moment you step up in Ohio is you. Okay? Because you owe child support. You got warrants out for your arrest. All this other bullshit. So who going to jail? Are you going to jail or you going to jail? Okay? Which one you doing? Okay? You going to jail because you got all kind of shit going on. Okay? They ain't even putting you in jail. They're going to put you in jail. You know about that. That's why you talking about jail. Okay? Because, bitch, that's where you headed. Okay? Why are you talking about everybody else? Because you have not been even paying your child support for your kids. Okay? Let's talk about that. Like, let's talk about them noodles. While you out here got fat thumbtags up and thumbnails up talking about the stalking of children. Ain't nobody stalking nobody's children, including you. You're not even stalking your own kids. You need to be stalking your kids, okay? You need to be getting in your kids' lives and doing some shit for your kids. How about you stalk your kids' data? How about you stalk their online information, okay? While you talking about motherfuckers, you worried about putting people on Front Street for stalking kids. Who's stalking who kids? Because you damn sure ain't stalking your kids. This is why we talking about you, bitch. Okay? That's why we're saying, where's your kids? Because you're not taking care of them. Yeah, you. We don't have to take care of your kids. So therefore, we don't need to look for your kids. We're looking for you. Where are your kids? You should be looking for your kids. You should be stalking their online information, their data. You should be doing that. You're not doing that. This is why we on that ass, bitch. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. Now, let's go ahead and keep this bitch going. We almost done, y'all.
Things that make you go, So let me drop
things that make you go,
I get into this shit, because y'all motherfuckers is cool.
Now, y'all gonna hear this intro, so y'all know it's her, okay? Y'all know I didn't use no voice changer. I'm not making this up. I'm not changing nothing. This is the intro that, shout out to Ray Triggs, made for this bitch.
And this is why people don't support us.
Huh?
Because
so
shit.
You don't think people don't support us because bitches like you don't take care of their kids? You don't think that has anything to do with this shit? That bitches like you will go out and grab a Jewish cuckold before they take care of their black kids? That's what the problem is? That niggas don't take us serious because we got bitches like you that'll do shit like that? Let's talk about it, bitch. Let's talk about it.
Like this.
Let's talk about it.
I'm offended.
Because you know I ain't that motherfucker that gives a fuck.
As a
How about that?
And as a sibling, and as a child,
and as a hot wife.
People, I
don't leave that part out.
By this bitch's rhetoric, as should any black person walking this earth.
What?
They and we should be
Who's we?
Offended. This bitch is spewing black hate. But you're unmoved. You're unbothered because it's the sector. No, it's hate speech.
What the fuck is she talking about?
It's harmful rhetoric that should not be continued. It should not be.
Keep in mind, the video she was trying to play on Drama's channel the other day was from like 2 or 3 years ago. So the fuck is she talking about? She's still currently, even at the moment she made this video, still abandoning her kids. So, like, what are you talking about, bitch? Where is your sons? Hashtag, where is Aiden? Where is Michael? Where's the goddamn kids, bitch? Where's the kids? Huh? Where's the goddamn kids? When's the last time you bought them a Christmas present? When's the last time you bought them a birthday present? When? When's the last time? Do you even know their birthday?
Our communities, and it
do you even remember their birthday?
Allowed. You're a pussy, and I said what I said. And you, my friend,
so you calling Drama pussy?
Happens to you,
okay.
I would not march in the streets for you, because bitch, what? You literally allowed a black woman to spew racial hatred towards our black men. How dare you? It makes me wonder if you're really even black.
She did this on her own panel.
I digress.
She just took it down. Now, y'all hear her intro, right? Shout out to Ray Trey. That was a pretty good intro, but it's all lies because this is not her. That's my shit, though. I should take that shit. Shit, suck my shit. I ain't no regular bitch. You suck my dick. You know the ass is a 42-inch. So I buy my own shit though. Ain't no white cuckolds buy my shit, bitch. My shit, suck my shit. I know regular bitch. I'm from New Jersey, suck my dick. Asses for 42 inch. Yeah, that's some good shit, but that ain't that bitch though. Fuck all that.
All right, so let me get into the chat real quick. Hey, AAS. Hey, Liz Martin.
I'm about to take her fucking shit, yo.
He allowed you to be threatened with violent shit. He said it. Of course he did it, because he's a pussy. And he's a boring ass fucking
She went over there to the vent.
Like, shit. He's boring as fuck. His show is boring as fuck. And he further proved my point to what I've been saying about these people. Like, dude, you literally allowed this woman to literally sit in your face and play in your face. And as a black man, You should be offended at what this fuck this bitch said. She could sit up there and talk about all the white dick that I suck. I sure do. I suck my white dick and I love my white dick. My white dick takes care
extraterrestrial.
Of me.
That's what she is.
Family. He loves me. He treats me with kindness. He treats me with.
They sure did. I seen that shit. They had ab rules in effect.
Whatever, bitch. You're not gonna make me feel bad about who I love, and that is a fact. Because I'm like, you, bitch. I'm not a racist. You are. You're a self-hating ass, racist ass, lonely ass, dumbass, non-showering ass bitch.
Okay, well, you are a selfish ass. You are a selfish ass, dungeon ass, dusty ass, not taking care of your kids ass, nappy-headed ass, funky ass, looking like Squidward ass, tall as your boyfriend's ass, motherfucking 9 foot tall ass, ugly bitch ass, gotta put on makeup ass, big ass nose ass, wanna be a black woman's ass, looking like a fucking Greek bitch ass. You are that bitch while you talking about this bitch. Like, okay, like we could talk about you. I'm just saying. Like, but there's a lot more that we can say about you. Carrie Ann is not an ugly woman. She don't have to put on a whole bunch of makeup and a bunch of shit to be validated by motherfuckers on here on these YouTube streets. You do that shit, bitch. You do it every fucking time you get a chance, trying to validate somebody by how you look in a modeling picture or how you look while you're doing some pose or something like that, trying to get all these accolades, and you don't even really get that much traction because you're not important, bitch. That's why. If you was really that motherfucker, you would have a whole lot more than 20 likes on motherfucking pictures like that. You should be popping on Instagram. You should be popping out here in this modeling world. We should be able to turn shit on and pop up, and here go you walking down somebody's catwalk or some shit. Bitch, it's because you are nobody. That's why. There's multiple people out here that have done modeling. Okay? All types of modeling. Okay? That does not make you a top-notch fucking model, bitch. You're not that nigga. So I'm going to need you to stop, okay? Getting 20 likes and getting simps in the sector saying, ooh, with the googly eyes, okay? Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. That does not make you this top model. And even if it did, where are your motherfucking kids, bitch? Because the bitch you talking about that's so lonely and so this and so that, she ain't got no baby daddies, honey. You do. You do. Multiple ones, okay? All while you only talking about one. Girl, bye. Let's go ahead and keep it moving with this dusty bitch.
You can talk about my kids. You can talk about my non-kids. You can say where you want to
your non-kids. What are non-kids? What? Does anybody else have any non-kids? Because I ain't never heard of that. I heard of the kids that you mentioned, right? Because you mentioned 3 names to the public. You mentioned Michael Jr., you mentioned Ishmael, and you mentioned Malia. And Michael Jr.'s grandmother mentioned Aiden, which you happen to have tattooed on your body. Yeah, girl. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Mom, my dad, but let's talk about it, bitch. We gonna analyze this shit. You, as a
Nigerian
black woman,
specimen,
got the nerve
species,
to talk about me being with the white man, all while in
your
the same
species
breath,
is Homo sapien.
talking about how a black man is not capable to lead a fucking household, how he is not capable to fucking lead a community, how he will literally kill you, how he will literally attack you, how he will. You are literally spewing.
They were trying to get her. Them ones was flying in there, child. I seen. I was looking back at the replay, man. That shit was hilarious. Hey, Josephine, you said LOL. She's still mad, child.
Talking about how we can't breathe and hands up. Please don't shoot, you dumbass bitch. And all while we got these dumbass black men sitting on the panel, keying and thinking it's fun. Well, I don't care. I know you don't care because you're a dumbass motherfucker. You're dumb. Your family's.
So he's dumb because he didn't go with your rhetoric of me going to jail for 5 to 10 for showing public information of AAS that, mind you, AAS was showing some public information of people and sharing non-public information with people by email, electronic means, right? Remember I told all of y'all to make sure that you're not the ones collecting these emails, right? When this fucking hammer come down and when motherfuckers really start serving that bitch, okay? Because you don't want to be the one that's coming up in, this email ring of people that's not only accepting this. One thing to accept the email, it's another thing to act upon the emails, okay? It's another thing to be doing that. So make sure, okay, that you're not one of those people, all right? Okay? Yeah, because it's a difference in sharing public information and sharing PPI or protected information, okay? That is a difference. Big difference in that. An NPI number is not protected information. It is public and anybody can look it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep it moving with this.
It's probably dumb. The fucking lineage that you're spewing is dumb. And any fucking type of rhetoric that's coming out of your mouth is dumb. Everything that comes from you is pure stupidity.
You're this angry because they would not go with your rhetoric that I'm going to jail. So because you couldn't get the whole sector to agree to that, you were that angry, Breaking, that he is this pussy, he ain't shit, he is horrible, he is this. Like you didn't feel any of this stuff before you went on his panel, because you broke your neck to go on that panel and say that. Okay? You gave him that view. You got on that motherfucking live. You were in that chat. You helped that chat remain concurrent because it was the stuff you were saying that had everybody in the chat zapping the fuck out on you. And then when you got up there, you said what you said, and then came back up there and then said what you said, and then they were hitting that one. You kept that channel live that night. Not just you. It was lots of things you did, even though you claim his channel is so dead, you don't even watch. He ain't shit. He's a pussy. He's this. He's that. Well, bitch, why you tuned the fuck in? And all while you worried about what the fuck I'm saying and what the fuck I'm doing and talking about, you can't believe that I would be going out of my way, going out talking about you and how that's obsession, right? Was it obsession when you were lying about me being a prostitute? Was it obsession when you were talking about my son's mental condition? Was it obsession when you were lying on me with that shout into the void bullshit? Was that obsession? Because see, it took me this long to slap the fuck out you, bitch, and tell the truth about you. And to get whatever information I needed to dump on your motherfucking ass anytime I motherfucking feel like it. See, it was when you went for my son. That was it. So now I'm coming for you. But bitch, I wish you motherfucking would be sitting up here acting like you got this fake outrage over black men and how you now want to see if DJ Drama's a white man and all this other shit because he disagreed with you. Does this sound familiar, y'all? It seems like people in that camp, from Stargate to Breaking the Culture, like I said, it's like they go through AFW training, okay? They have to literally be like that. They can't forgive anything. They don't believe they're ever wrong about anything. And then they go through these types of things. If you disagree with them, they want to call your job. They want to call you a nigger. They want to call you out your name. They want to disrespect you. And it's just because you disagree. It's not that they're showing you actual facts, right? And then you're just disagreeing. No, they're showing you nothing. Just telling you, believe me, because I'm light-skinned and I said it, right? And then if you don't, how dare you? Now you're a nigger. Now you're pussy. Now you ain't shit. I don't even think you're black. And I want to see if you're black. Bitch, we want to see if you black. The government don't even know if you black. Bitch, the state of Ohio don't even know your race. When they pull up your motherfucking criminal history, when they pull up all your shit going on over there, they don't even know your race. Bitch, you need to tell us if you're black. How about that? But we know your kids are black. We know Aiden. We know Michael. We know Ishmael. We know Malia. They're all black. Okay? Yeah. What about you, though? Because we still don't know what your goddamn race is while you telling us your mother was a Nigerian. All we know is your mom was a hoe and a fucking crackhead, and she gave up all her kids. That's all we know so far. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Allow a motherfucker who sits on a panel and talks about anybody in the way that this bitch talks about black men, and you're a quote-unquote black man, bitch, cam up.
Stop being fair.
That you're black.
To be fair, where's her kids? How about that? How about that? We being fair? Let's be fair. Where are her children? Because that's the bigger problem than whether or not she was booted off DJ Drama's panel, considering she thinks he's so boring and he's a pussy and he ain't shit and he's a nigger and everything else. And she want to know if he's a nigger now, and she want to see, and he need to cam up and prove to her. And we don't even know if she's a black woman. We need to prove to her if he's black. And she can't even prove to the state of Ohio if she's black. Let's be fair, right? Let's be fair. Where are the kids? Breaking the culture. Where are the goddamn kids? Shout out to Miss Murph.
Because ain't no way in hell a self-respecting black man would ever support the shit that Carrie Ann said.
Let's talk about them active warrants out in Arizona. Let's talk about them active warrants out there in Nevada, right? Let's talk about them active warrants in Ohio on you, okay? While you marching for black men. We might be needing a march for you in a moment because you about to be in jail, bitch. You about to be in jail. Let me get it right. You about to be in jail. Is it jail? Because you got two different states that you got two different warrants in. So is it jail? Okay, I got you. That's where you going, okay, ho? Okay, while you talking about everybody else.
Did not support her shit and said, bitch, you got me fucked up.
You said, I got booted and I liked it.
Was sitting there kicking about the shit makes me wonder, are you even black? Cam up.
Well, fuck
because
her.
like y'all tell it, I'm not black, and even I'm outraged by the shit that she says.
I hope she get booted again.
We gonna get into it. Don't even trip. We gonna get into the first bit of fucking
Clark County, Nevada.
Y'all niggas is crazy. And I don't believe y'all black. I believe Baker Change is white.
Her NPI lies.
Fucking whatever fuck his name is white. And until they
baby
up,
daddy.
I'm saying they white.
All right, hold on, y'all. I got to play a timer for y'all real quick. Hold on 1 second, guys. Real quick. Okay, guys, I gotta hurry up because I need to take my kitten. So my son just got a kitten, and he is so adorable, y'all. He's like 5 weeks old now. Maybe I'll post some pictures of him on my community wall, but he is absolutely adorable. And I do watch him sometimes overnight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him. So my son is about to chill, so I'm actually about to take his little cat, right? Because he be doing a lot. That little kitten be doing the most, okay? He's like a whole child, all right? So, but anyway, let me go ahead and finish this up. We're almost done here, and then we're going to go ahead and cook this bitch.
I'm most likely to get killed by a black man. Getting into a romantic relationship with a black man is exceedingly dangerous. And
she keeps repeating that same thing.
Dumbass shit. Are you really black? Cam the fuck up. Because ain't no way a black man will coerce or literally agree with this type of rhetoric. This is dangerous rhetoric. Period. This is the type of shit that is getting our black men killed left and right. This is the type of shit that has us outraged.
Yep, that's what happened. She got dragged and she couldn't take it.
You can say what you want to say, bitch. You can call me a whore. You can call me a slut. But bitch, I ain't in the sector talking about all the dick I suck. You are, though. I'm not the one in the sector.
She most definitely in the sector telling us how much dick she sucked. What's she talking about? She been talking about her being a hoe for since she been in the sector. What's she talking about?
To be in my space, all while talking about how they gonna kill me. You are, though, dusty ass hoe.
Okay, hurry up. She keeps repeating that same part.
Dumbass bitch.
It's funny how she could keep repeating that same part, but she can't go and get her kids. Like, what we gonna do about that?
You're the type of bitch that gets your daddy locked up, and that's why your daddy left you for a white-looking woman, you dumbass hoe. Because you're dusty.
Oh, Antonio, do show. Let us know.
And they want to talk about me being with a white man. Bitch,
let us know. If you got screenshots of that, send it to me.
A white man. Slightly to get killed by a black man. Getting into a romantic relationship with a black man is exceedingly dangerous. And so, yeah, that's how I feel. You're gaslighting us. You sound like a white woman.
Alan, you ain't shit.
No, bitch, ain't no dismissing you or gaslighting you.
It gets deep.
That you're is dangerous. We are literally marching in the streets over our black men being murdered. Like,
so we need to march in the streets over our black men being abandoned. How about that? Let's do that too.
And you got the nerve.
Okay, so her mom died. Okay. She in jail, and she died. That's what happened.
Are dangerous and that they're not worthy.
Dead.
That they are unfit. You said that shit. How dare you?
From 3 years ago. Like, and she keeps playing the same part of it.
I can't rock with her on that part. And this nigga Drama didn't even have the decency to say, I can't rock with her on that part. Instead, this clown ass motherfucker thing. Of course you don't.
So this nigger Drama, now he's a nigger. He's a species, right?
Are you really even black?
And now he got a cam up.
Because I don't know any self-loving black man that's not abusive, that's not a murderer, that would literally co-sign this shit. So are you really black or are you abusive and a murderer? Which one is it? Because there's no way possible you can be both. These men had
I agree, Eyes.
These men had the fucking decency to
I
say,
agree, Eyes.
We don't co-sign this fuckery. You up here, let me just keep breaking down.
You know I'm gonna use that motherfucker and my shit monetized. I know I can get I can pay for the license for it. So I ain't no regular bitch.
You are a motherfucker. I got questions. Are you?
I'm from Jersey. Suck my dick. Okay, that was it, y'all. I think that was it. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, it's still a little bit more. I don't know why it's not playing. It's not much more left. Either way, I think we all kind of got the point anyway. And I do got to go. And if there is anything else on the video, I'll probably end up just playing that back for you guys at another time because I do actually got to go. So let me finish up the comments here. You said, I don't know this song. Okay, I'll actually play it one day. I'll probably make an intro for it or something. You said, hey, Eyes. You said, dang, folks get called names because they don't agree with a narrative. I wonder what that makes me. Right. Because that's what happened to me. When I stopped agreeing with her narratives, when I wasn't going along with the get along and I wasn't just doing what she wanted, I became all this shit. Okay? This is what they do. This is what Stargate does. She one by one fell out with all these different people and had all these people confused about what was going on. Breaking the Culture does the same thing. She'll have all these people confused, thinking that she's being attacked and these things are happening and that's happening until you sit her down long enough and just watch her, right? And just listen and just hear her and just watch how she operates and how she moves. She'll show you herself eventually. And eventually you end up seeing that demonic spirit. And it's fucking crazy. It don't make no goddamn sense. But the bottom line is, where's your kids? Who cares about all this other shit? All this shit's irrelevant. Where are your kids? You said, what you gonna do about it? You said, Josephine. You said, hey to JoJo. Hey, Butterlove. You said, I just can't keep up with this soap opera known as the Secktah Turns. The women got tired of the men's drama and had to show them how it's done. Okay. You said, Miss M. You said, hey, Butter. You said, beautiful Bernice. You said, hey to Eyes. You said, hey, Butter. And you said, hey to Butter Love. You said, hi, Bernice. I'm just soaking up the foolishness. Okay, child. You said Breaking says she's going to dox me. I'm scared. Oh no. She gonna say you live in your car. Okay. Then she's gonna say you live in the projects. Okay. And to cam up because she wants you to show that you don't live in the projects. Right. And then she's gonna say you went in foreclosure and you also lost your Section 8 at the same time. Okay, so that's the type of stuff Breaking the Culture be doing. Same shit Stargate do. They just throw anything out there and hope one of them stick, you know. Instead of just talking the truth and telling their own truth. That's what Stargate need to be doing from now on. You said, fuck a catwalk. Breaking needs to walk the plank in shark-infested waters. You said she probably have a kid named Blanket. Oh. You said, hey, Miss Beautiful African Queen, Butter Love. You said, hey, he laughed at Josephine. You said, a walk of plank. Oh, gosh. You said, what it do, Miss T. Pre Eyes, Beautiful Bernice, Alan, Joe, living life to the fullest, Riz, Clark, S.C. Johnson. Hey, S.C. Johnson, I did mean to say hi to you as well. Beautiful Antonia, Steph, and the chat. Everybody, all 51 people that are in the clouds, make sure you guys do hit the like button. There was like 60 some people in here. I do have a lot of likes on here, so shout out to y'all. I really appreciate the sector for interacting with the show and putting, you know, what you really feel. It's funny because I can tell who dislikes the show at this point, right? Because the channel, I really usually don't show the likes and dislikes unless I'm trying to troll the person, you know, that I'm talking about. So usually I don't show that shit. But sometimes every so often I will do that. And it's just to troll the person that, you know, to show them that, you know, there's a lot of people that agree with this shit, you know, or whatever. But I usually only get like one dislike or something. So I'm pretty sure Breaking the Culture will be disliking this. The last one that I did, which on Breaking the Culture, the last ones I've done on her, I've only gotten one dislike on. So I know goddamn well Rev G and them are liking the video, right? So shout out to Breaking the Culture of Dungeons out here without her kids, you know, just disliking the videos and all that other shit. All disliking the videos, you know. I got to go. I'm over here being silly now. You said she didn't have this smoke for me. Girl, she don't got no smoke for nobody. Now she only want to mention my name. She just like the hoe and, you know, the girl over there. And yeah, I'll be talking again. You know, like she doing that. She like, you know what I mean? Hiding her chain and shit. You know what I mean? I'm still coming around here ripping that chain off your shit, bitch. Fuck out of here. That's my bike, punk. How about that? That's my motherfucking bike, bitch. Fuck out of here. I got to go. I'm over here bullying now. I got to go. You said, dang, you got 60 folks in here, T-Pre. You know it. You said, Josephine, say it ain't so. What the heck will doxing you or anybody do for her life? Unbelievable. Child. Where her kids at? She need to dox her kids. That's what she need to do. You said she going to find out I'm a daughter of a black man and a black mother. Oh, no, you know she going to go in there. She'll be like, this nigger, I can't believe her. Girl, where your kids at? How about that? While you doxing everybody, dox your kids. Okay, dox their school. Find out where school they go to. Dox their school supplies and what they need. Dox, you know, the size that they wear in shoes. Dox their clothing size. You know what I'm saying? So you can send them some actual shit. Okay, that's what you need to be doxing while you doxing everybody out here. You said, Eyes, this sector is full. It's filled with black men. They ain't going to vote against themselves. Plus, they heard what Carrie said and are kind of salty. The babies, they don't know about that for sure. I think you'd like it to be that way, Butter Love. And I've seen you kind of do that. And that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. That is not what I've been getting from the men. And that is not what they've been saying to me. Okay. What they've been saying to me is something totally different. Now, there might be certain people, and I keep telling y'all, everybody that you see, the 5 or 10 people you see in the chat room is not the sector, okay? There's a lot of people that never speak to y'all in chats. There's a lot of people that just watch from the clouds, okay? They do not feel that it's something they're not sure about when she mentioned it on video. It was her. It wasn't, I made it up, I said it, I just spliced something and put it together. She was on Facebook Live talking about her sons. I'm going to put a link to it in the description box. I'll probably replay it again for you guys. Shout out to how people do that. They take the portion where they said it and they'll just replay that part, because that's what I think y'all need to hear, for those who want to not be sure, for some reason, but are so sure about me, but want to not be sure about her. And I'm not saying that to you. I'm talking about people in the sector. Now, that could be you. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know. No, the most people don't feel that way. And also, a lot of these men have talked to Carrie and they've made up with Carrie and they hang out with Carrie. They be right over there with Carrie on her panel, hanging out with her in her chat and everything. So they have let that go from 3 years ago. They have. Mm-hmm. You said, thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit that like and that share. And we about to get up out of here, y'all. You said drama a white man. That's what she's saying. Now he's a white man because he disagreed with her. Now he needs to cam up because he don't think I'm going to jail for showing MPI numbers and shit. You said, LOL, Butter Love makes sense. I'm sure it's a few with some active child support cases as well. You said the state of Ohio said race unknown. Okay, remember? Facts, okay? You said the beautiful Bernice, how are you, sis? I hope all is fine and well. You said, I can't support breaking getting the reparations meant for my species, okay? Like, she don't need them reparations for our species, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the kids, after they grown, they can get their own checks, you know what I'm saying? But she don't need these reparations for our species, you know what I'm saying? Since we are separate from her, when it's convenient, she's black, but, yeah. You say, yes, thank you, Muslim. Hope all is good with you, bro. You said, but drama doesn't have to prove anything to her. Who is she? This is what I'm saying. Like, who is she? Like, everybody got to prove something to this bitch. Who the fuck are you, all while you not even taking care of your kids? Can you prove that? Prove you take care of your kids. How about that? You said, my great-great-grandmother was from the West Indies, child. You said jail, 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 jail. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We're going to jail, 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 jail. That's out here. She got to do jail, jail, and then go over here and do jail, jail. Okay. You said the beautiful Bernice. You said make a change is white too, right? She even said that. She was questioning make a change on the chat the other night, asking him if he's really, a U.S. citizen. He was like, well, do I have to be a U.S. citizen to look up an MPI number? Like, so an MPI number, I have to be a U.S. citizen to look that up, even if I wasn't, you know what I mean? But we all know he is a fucking U.S. citizen. Like, what the fuck? But that's the shit she do. She'll attack you if you disagree with her. That's literally what happens. You said she attacked, make a change. Now she's pro-man. Right, exactly. All that all of a sudden. You said she said make a change is white. You said, hey to Alan Logic. You said, make a change is white. I missed that part the first time. Child. She thinks Mac is white. Vici, so did I. AAS must have told her to ignore me. Oh, yeah, of course, because she know that you will go in on that ass. That's why. You said, yes, my little cat, my little chill cat. You said, a beautiful Bernice. You said, before you go, T-Pre, Anti had a friend of hers appear on Remix Live not too long ago. Her name is Sherry Ann. It was wild. Oh, yeah? Interesting. You said, ain't breaking the one that said she was going to take some D from Knockout's dad and record the sexual assault. Yep, she sure did say she was going to fuck Knockout Media's dad. Sure did. Shout out to Knockout Media. I've been watching a little bit of his shit. That nigga crazy, yeah. But he be going in on that Jag shit and everything. So shout out to him. He definitely all in the T sector over there, fucking with Sean Davy Way and with the official Kingpin and all that shit. Man, it'd be too much to keep up with over there. I'll be just entertained sometimes. Sometimes I want to talk about it, but not really. Not yet. I just want to do this true crime stuff, but I got to get these bitches out my system. Let me go ahead and finish cooking these hoes, and then we're going to get right into that. You said, every time I see this tramp, I'm roasting, okay? You said, eyes, yeah, the poll is interesting. You said, I'm not camming up to prove anything to anyone. Facts. Okay, what the fuck? You said, hey, Butter Love. You said, what did drama do, though? He just let them roast each other. That was it. Literally, that was it. That's why he got all of that. He got called a nigger. He got called a pussy. All this and he's white and all this shit because literally he just didn't agree with her and he let them go and roast each other. and he didn't agree with her bullshit. You said, whoa, she calling Drama all kinds of names. Okay. You said, Drama rubbing his hands for the front porch Friday for breaking. Okay. Child. You said they went after a lot of men. Drama LV, make a change. Why? You said she went on Rev's panel saying Drama was white, and it was funny because he just laughed it off and wouldn't co-sign it. Okay. Drama not entertaining no nonsense. Not with her bullshit. He ain't about to do that. You said living life, and he shouldn't. He is grown. Facts. Exactly, Clark. He said living life. Drama is a grown man. The disrespect is real. And that's just what it is. When the minute that you disagree with either one of these dusty bitches, that's exactly what happens. He said, I hope when I was listening, I heard wrong. Wait until your son gets lynched. We ain't going to march for you. SMDH. That's what that bitch said, y'all. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard what she said? He said, Clark 100. He said, thanks for watching. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. You said, what in the if you don't vote for me, you're not black, did I just listen to? If that don't sound like some Kamala and Joe Biden at his finest, right? She Kamala and Danny is Joe. Okay, that's it. Speak. What's happening, man? All right, listen, guys. I'm about to be out of here. I do appreciate everybody. Let me see if there's anything else. What's up, Snuggles? You said they got rid of Clorox bleach, but they can't get rid of Snuggles. Oh, what's up, Snuggles / Clorox? Hope you had a great time listening in on the show. I know they didn't shut down my Clorox bleach. That's fucked up. You said breaking is categorizing is all to be white. Mm-hmm. You said what you gonna do about it feeling squeaky clean and huggable. That's what's you said, yes, the men have moved on. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's talking about that shit anymore. That shit is old, and she thought she was going to keep bringing that shit up, and, everybody was going to be in a bag. And no. You said, we need to full court press whoever the scumbags are that keep reporting channels. Facts. You said, citizenship shaming. Mm-hmm. You said, yeah, it was insane. It was on the 17th of this month. Okay. You said, honey, with the immigration wave we are having, I wonder what she better be careful. Clark, we know where the narrative is from. Mm-hmm. You said, speak easy. You said, peace, Black Lounge, divine. And chat the end. Yes, child. We out of here. Listen, guys, I am truly, really appreciate all of y'all that are in the building. Again, y'all, make sure y'all do hit the like button. I really, really appreciate everybody and all of y'all support. Child, we are not done cooking with AAS. We still got a little bit more to go. But the next one that I do will be the bombshell show. Okay, that will be the final show. I will not be doing any more content on anti because I won't need to after that. But I am just about done with this stew, and we're going to have us some AAS stew real soon, okay? But I really appreciate all the super chats that came through. Everybody, Alan, Muslim, D. Durrell, Stephanie Collins, all of the super chats that came through, and everybody, all of you guys that hit the like, and everybody that is in the clouds as well. I will talk to you guys later. I truly appreciate you guys for being in the building. And again, you're welcome, Clark. And again, make sure you guys hit the like button, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace, guys. Thank you guys again for watching.